with a cameo dollar stack. My daughter's pushing 30, and my girlfriend's 23. And the only thing shorter than me is the list of folks who'd marry me. I love Rose, I love Kaory, I love Liz with all I had. And I burned each one to ashes, 'cause the truth is just that bad. I was looking for an angel I could shrink down to my size, but the only love I ever held was the one between my eyes. I flew across the ocean to a leaking metal roof, plastic bags around my sneakers, stepping in the proof. Asked her for an STD test on the second night, bought her toothpaste, told her sweetly that her breath ain't right. Dropped the vasectomy bomb when she dreamed about a kid. Don't ask me why I did it, baby, I just did. I love Rose, I love Kaory, I love Liz with all I had. And I burned each one to ashes, 'cause the truth is just that bad. I was breath ain't. Rose, I love Kaory, I love Liz with all I had. And I burned each one to ashes, 'cause the truth is just that bad. I was looking for an angel I could shrink down to my size, but the only love I ever held was the one between my eyes. A week after Mexico, I was proposing to Liz. 13,000 reasons in a ring, that's what loyalty is. 8 breakups in 6 months, but it wasn't ever me. Phantom fingers on my phone, that's the alibi, you see. Waxed my back, shaved my chest, dropped positive hints to her face. Texted Rose the night before I asked for Liz to take my place. Canceled the wedding in the dark, didn't tell her where I'd gone. Just left her with the efficient and a phone that wouldn't ring on. I sat alone in the wreckage of every year I burned, with Teddy in the ground and not a single lesson learned. Then I looked into the mirror at my big old beautiful face, and the cartoon staring back at me said, son, you found your place. I don't love Rose, I don't love Kaory, I don't love Liz no more. The only one I ever loved was knocking on my door. He's 4'11" and a king behind his eyes, and the love I always chased was just my own self in disguise. Big Ed loves Big Ed, Big Ed loves Big Ed. Slap my face on a wine bottle, call it Big Ed Malbec. Real estate license, a brand new fiance in 24. Big Ed loves Big Ed forevermore. Mayo in my hair, mayo on my soul. The cartoon on the t-shirt was my soulmate all along. Big Ed loves Big Ed, Big Ed loves Big Ed, Big Ed loves Big Ed.
I heard that Big Ed loves Big Ed. I think that's true. That sounds true to me. This is Alchemist Alkor covering Big Ed, which why not? sort of just what I felt like. So I watched the first 15 minutes or so, and then I said I got to react to this. Oh Lord, I got to react to this one. So we're gonna try it out. Why not?
At the start of 2020, Season 4 of 90 Day Fiance aired, and it was here that we got our first look at Edward Allen Brown, a 54-year-old professional photographer from San Diego who found love online with a woman named Rose who lives in the Philippines. First things first, the most obviously
Did anybody else catch that he had a step stool? You're taking photos from on top of a step stool. I guess it's good, you know. You got to think of the angle. I just can't help but think you'd be able to get more angles if, you know. The step stool's good though. I like that.
uncanny feature about Ed, his almost non-existent neck, comes from Klippel-Feil syndrome, a rare congenital condition where two neck vertebrae are fused. Standing at only 4'11", he gave himself the nickname Big Ed to feel bigger, and that's the name everyone knows him by and the one I'll keep using throughout this video. But aside from his unique appearance, there were a lot of bizarre facts about Ed and his life that made him somewhat of a laughingstock from the very beginning. For instance, the most infamous scene, one that basically cemented his early internet reputation, was him putting mayonnaise in his hair because according to him it makes it smoother or something like that.
So I found out that mayonnaise makes it smoother and...
So gross, dude. I mean, I'm sure we've talked about this one before, but holy shit. And you smell awful is what that is.
less dry.
Needless to say, it was weird as fuck, but on another, more serious note, Ed had been married in the past, but that marriage ended because he cheated on his wife, and like many people in that situation, he described his behavior as a mistake, which somehow rubs me the wrong way. Next, he starts talking about his...
A little oopsie poopsie. I cheated on my first wife, so what? Oopsie poopsie! That should be your catchphrase, Big Ed. Even Big Ed is just, it's a funny name. I understand why he'd do that, to make himself feel big, but the fact that it's stuck is, I guess it's, you know, ironic. Ironic nicknames, you know. It's like a big guy named Tiny, essentially. Whatever.
Girlfriend overseas, Rose, whom he met online. Just taking a quick glance at these two, you can easily conclude it was her personality that Ed was attracted to.
My girlfriend is Rosemary. She's 23 years old, and she lives in the Philippines. One day I'm online on social media. I'm scrolling through, adding friends, and I come across Rosemary's picture, and I'm like, oh my God.
The more disturbing aspect of this relationship is the fact that Rose is 5 years younger than Ed's own daughter. There's a lot to unpack in that.
5 years younger. Oh, that's not that bad. Then his daughter. Oh, fuck. I should have waited for him to finish before the thought formed.
That statement alone, but I think you can already understand the uncomfortable situation. While we are on the topic, Rose herself fits the profile of many people on this show who are romantic interests of Americans. She lives with her family, including her son, in what can only be described as a rat-infested home with a leaking roof and electricity that goes out at random.
Welcome to the Philippines, bruh. That's all I can really say. It definitely be what it be.
Many of the packages that Big Ed is trying to send her don't even arrive thanks to the logistical issues and the general chaos of living in a third world environment. So you can probably imagine the incoming catastrophe when one of the first things Ed does on the show is fly out to the Philippines to finally meet his girlfriend, and from that moment on the show gets only more absurd.
So this is real pinch me. Pinch me.
It is rather absurd.
It was just like an out-of-body experience for me, because for 3 months...
Anything he does is absurd. Like, look at look at the absurd proportions of this man. He's hilarious to me. I'm mostly caught up on the Rose stuff. I think this is mostly a recap. We've probably done it before, either on our channel, buried somewhere, or on Wifey's channel. But yeah, I've let my thoughts on Ed be known as far as Rose goes. But this, like, goes into the whole thing. I don't know how much I'm going to get into it, but I'll just let it play.
I FaceTime
How
with
about
her,
that?
and now I'm standing in front of her, and I really want to kiss Rose. I really do.
Needless to say, the first
Maybe you
meeting
really
between
should.
the two was beyond
Wouldn't that be
awkward.
cute?
From the moment Ed arrived, things just went off the rails. One of the earliest moments of pure second-hand embarrassment came when Ed tried to dodge the conversation about his height. That is because he lied to Rose, telling her he was 5'2", when in reality he was 4'11".
That you.
Am I what you expected? You like?
I expected yours told to me.
I thought if I told you I was the same height, maybe I would have a chance.
So when they finally met face to face,
Yes, I wanna lie to you immediately, if that's okay. Well, it's not, but she took it on the chin. I don't know. Filipinas are like they're super cool, but you just got to be super honest, you know, like what's going on, and then yeah, it's like magic. It clicks along like clockwork. But if you start out with a lie, you'll regret it.
she was visibly surprised by just how short he really was. But that was only the beginning, because next came the part no amount of editing could save, going to Rose's home.
Half of the houses don't have windows. It's pretty much open. I'm not looking forward to it. Will this roof hold? It's not going to come down, no?
No.
It's not exactly surprising that Ed was uncomfortable, and in all honesty, I think most people would be. Rose and her family live in extremely poor conditions and are just doing their best to get by. She doesn't have much, but she appreciates what little she has. You can't really blame Ed for being
That's one of the things that inspired me the most going to the Philippines initially. Just like holy shit, everybody really appreciates the smallest things. You know, give the neighbor a slice of pizza and they cut it up into like tiny little pieces so everybody gets a taste. You know, it's just like wow, it's really nice. And yeah, they know how to smile through the fucking worst because a lot of people do live the worst. Like I don't know. It really is just like, yeah, you do what you can to get by. Compared to other houses, like ours is just, it's awesome. But I've seen people's houses that are not. And, yeah, like dirt floors and stuff. You try to be respectful, you know, just treat it like any normal house, which essentially it is. But it is a little shocking, too. Anyway.
out of his depth. It's not a lifestyle most Westerners could easily understand, but you can absolutely question what the hell was he thinking when he decided to make this trip, and how he didn't expect something like this to happen.
It was hot. I survived.
You survived?
Yeah,
You're not comfortable last night?
No, I didn't sleep at all.
Watching him squirm through these conditions as he was trying to get some rest was honestly painful. After one grueling
And
night of rain,
hilarious.
thunder, and a roof that leaked like a broken faucet, Ed didn't sleep a minute. By morning, he was practically begging Rose for them to go to a hotel. She did agree, but not before a quick visit to her father's pig farm. And this is where the cringe hit new levels. In true Ed fashion, the man showed up to a pig farm in the Philippines wearing sneakers that he wrapped in plastic bags. It was so slippery that he fell on his ass multiple times. It almost makes you wonder why he didn't brought boots or work clothes or anything even remotely practical. I can only imagine what Rose's father was thinking, watching this immobile piece of shit dating his daughter while struggling to do even the most basic tasks around the farm. After that little disaster,
It's so real. The dad's trying to help him out, but yeah, he is essentially an immobile piece of shit. That's an accurate description. Oh, like you probably would have been fine if you used the shoes as they were intended instead of wrapping them in plastic to go slopping around pig shit. What's wrong with you, Ed?
to do even the most basic tasks around the farm. After that little disaster, the long-awaited hotel stay finally happened, and that's where we truly started to see what Ed really thinks of Rose and this whole relationship. When he booked the hotel room, he immediately asked for separate beds. Later, when Rose asked why, he told her it was so that she'd feel more comfortable and that he wanted to take things slow.
Why you want two beds?
Because I want to take it slow.
Okay, you're so sweet.
Yeah, I want you to feel comfortable.
You could say he whispered sweet nothings into her ear because in reality he wasn't planning on doing anything with her until she took an STD test.
I want nothing more than to be intimate with Rose right now, but I'm not really comfortable doing that yet. I still know nothing about her past, so I'm not planning
Dude, that's some rough audio editing. What the fuck? And I guess they clipped it all together, but yeah, it's really obvious.
on having sex with Rose until she takes an STD test.
Good job, Ed. That was really slick. And you just gotta love how he packaged this whole situation like he was doing it for her. The mental gymnastics were already on an Olympic level, and it's still nothing when compared to the things to come. After a painfully awkward and sweaty shopping trip, it was finally time for Big Ed to break the good news to Rose during their romantic dinner. She reacted exactly how any sane person would react when their boyfriend suddenly asks them to take an STD test.
No, yeah, it's a test for I don't know if you understand. It's STD, which is I think it's a blood test, and they just test to see if you have like sexually transmitted disease.
You want to test me? I feel you would not trust me. So I feel offended.
This marks
You
the
should.
first, but definitely not the last fight between our two lovers. They eventually made up the next morning over coffee, and Rose soon found out what it truly means to give someone like Ed a second chance. But for the moment, it was time to get down to business.
Last night we made love. It was awesome. Let's put it this way, I'm not only on cloud 9, but I can't wait to do it again.
Not even one day after their reconciliation, Big Ed already had a fresh list of demands for the woman he supposedly loves. And yes, I did say the word demands because that's exactly how he delivers them, like he's checking maintenance issues off of a clipboard.
Last night when I noticed that your legs were kind of like mine, they were hairy.
What?
Leg hair, it just seems kind of less feminine for a woman. So I don't like leg hair. It's gross.
The way he talks to her doesn't come off as someone speaking to their future partner, it comes off like someone trying to tame a wild animal to suit their needs. If you think that I'm overreaching, think again, because this pattern of behavior never goes away. It's constant, you see it throughout the entire show. And since you're watching this video, I'm guessing you already know who Big Ed is, and you've probably already seen this cringe-inducing moment.
Yeah, but I want to live it again.
I see what I like.
I see what I like.
Later, during the meeting with
Yes,
Rose's family
I've also
members,
said that
we are
inside.
reminded once again how dissatisfied Ed is with their living conditions. And then there's the other uncomfortable moment, the real elephant in the room. Back when Ed was still in the US, one of Rose's sisters reached out to him asking for money to save her shop. Naturally, it was beyond weird, and Ed had no idea what to make of it, especially considering that he wasn't even sure if Rose herself was involved in this. It was exactly at this point that I couldn't help but notice that in this world there are entire communist countries with fewer red flags than this relationship. So why was this charade still happening was beyond me. Well, okay, it wasn't entirely beyond me. Everybody involved has something to gain, but let's be honest, I wouldn't call this a romantic relationship by any stretch of the imagination. What followed was a little vacation for our two
Doesn't need to be romantic, it's just romance-ish. At least for Ed, I guess. But yeah, he's out of his depth. He's like, I don't want to be uncomfortable. Well, I don't know, bro. Probably shouldn't have come to a third world country. Probably. And, like, if you can get used to it, the people are chill. Like, I was driving to the mall today with the wife and kids. And one thing I said to my wife was, you know, one of my favorite things about the Philippines is just, like, how nobody gives a fuck. But then one of the most frustrating things about the Philippines is just kind of how nobody gives a fuck. and like, if you can get used to that, if you're, you know, not trying to fucking rock the boat too much, yeah, you probably fit in all right. But this guy, oh, he has to have it his own way. My goodness. Big Ed. He's such a big boy.
By any stretch of the imagination. What followed was a little vacation for our two stars, a trip to the Palawan Island, and this is where everything finally went even more sour than it already was, which is insane considering that the bar was already underground. And just like clockwork,
God, Palawan is so fun, dude. That's a good ass island. That's nice out there. Wifey and I had our 9th wedding anniversary recently, the end of last month, and yeah, we took a little trip out to Balinao and was that Panasingan? I'm saying it wrong. Pangasinan, maybe that's right, and Alaminos for like the 100 islands. We fed monkeys mangoes. It was fucking amazing. I swam on like 4 different beaches, rode a boat around. It was like best anniversary ever. I fucking love. I love the Philippines. There's so much good stuff out here. It's not that far of a drive, maybe 3-4 hours. We're gonna take the kids next weekend. Anyway, sorry to gush, but yeah. There's some good-ass beaches, boy.
the morning after, one of these lovebirds managed to nuke the entire mood with their behavior. Care to guess which one it was?
So, I got some surprises for you.
Really?
Can I show you?
Social cripple.
Big Ed opens the day with, "I have some surprises for you," but unfortunately for Rose, he forgot to mention that these weren't the good kind of surprises. First, he whips out a bathing suit and lingerie, which immediately freaks Rose out. So I'm just wondering, is this what Big Ed meant when he said he wanted to take things slow?
I want to take it slow.
Oh right, I completely forgot. That statement was a total lie, because he only said it to dodge intimacy with his loving girlfriend because of fear that she might be infested with AIDS due to unprotected sex with various strangers. But hold your horses, because the worst surprise is still...
Just the way Alkor... Oh, God. He's a poet. Really, he is. Like, 7.35k subscribers is a crime. Go subscribe to Alchemist Alkor, please.
still coming.
I got a couple more things.
Sure.
Okay, so this is mouthwash. And I got you a cute toothbrush. One of the first things I noticed, even at the airport, was her breath, but I didn't know how to bring it up. And I don't think she realizes it.
Yeah, I don't want to, like, fast
But
forward
I do.
past this part,
Next, he
champ,
gives
please.
her a toothbrush, toothpaste and mouthwash because he noticed her bad breath. And, as always, he tries to package this whole situation like he's doing something for her. He's just a...
Well, welcome in, Champ Blazing Ghostbuster. The previous live, it was through Restream. And I didn't want to do this one vertical because the layout just kind of sucked. So I swapped it over to native YouTube. And then I pinged people. But you were really on point if you caught that. So thanks as always, Ghosty.
a loving partner concerned about her dental hygiene.
My concern is your health. Because if you get disease in your mouth, it goes to your heart. You can get sick.
Your bum bum.
Here, it is revealed that Rose has an ulcer, meaning her bad breath comes from her stomach, not her teeth. The whole thing becomes unreal when you step back and think about it. A young, attractive woman gives an overweight, 50-year-old man a chance and he turns around and acts like she's the disgusting one. Big Ed has an almost supernatural ability to make any moment extremely uncomfortable. It's like he's allergic to social cues. He scans a situation, identifies the worst possible thing to say, and then says it with 100.
I think that is because he's a social cripple. Like, he's admitted to being, like, picked on in high school and stuff. He never really developed those skills. He doesn't know how to human very well. Even his job, being a photographer, like, behind the camera, stuff like that, he doesn't want to expose himself to actual interaction. I can only interact with you through this device, which I've also made the center of my world. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a little bubblegum pop psychology. But, yeah, welcome in. Welcome in, Brian. Did you see the mayonnaise? The mayonnaise was early on. Okay, can I blip back to the mayonnaise? I guess not. It's, like, super early. It's, like, the earliest thing ever. It's okay. Oh, there's mayonnaise. I caught it. It's mayonnaise. Okay? There it is. And then back to 1510 so I can play it.
Thing to say, and then says it with 100% confidence.
His two
Just
vertebrae
look how
got
he tries
fused.
to organize a nice dinner.
His
First, he tells
vertebrae
the
pulled a
hotel
Wonder
staff to give them
Twins.
the best table, and I'm guessing this would be accompanied by some great food. When the pair arrived, they seemed to be in good mood, and everything is looking great.
So nice.
And then, before they even start eating, he decides to bring up the topic of Rose's sister asking him for money. To say that this destroyed the mood would be putting it mildly.
When I was in San Diego, your sister Maria asked me for money, for help, but also asked me not to tell you. So, did you know about that?
I don't know.
You didn't know anything about that?
No.
The producers have to put him up to it, right?
I wasn't sure
He's not
if
that
you were
stupid, is
involved,
he?
but you're telling me you're not.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I believe you. Okay, I believe you.
Really?
Your sister made me doubt you, but no more.
So, after everything that's been said and
Really?
done, is Big Ed finally satisfied now? After the bad breath embarrassment, the hairy legs request, and now the whole relatives asking for money saga, are all the grievances finally behind us?
Of
Oh my
course
God,
not.
here I'm thinking we're in a good place, and
He's the type that never stops pushing, dude. All of this is just a test to see like how much shit he can subject you to, you know, and it's all to serve his own ego. I'm pretty sure. Little man syndrome. That's what it
now
is.
she brings up having more children, but I've been planning on getting a vasectomy, and I don't know how to tell her.
Planning on it? I mean, you could just be like, I'm not planning on it anymore. That's fine.
Fuck you and your stupid fucking head! This is not a mistake! This is not an accident, you fucking retard! You did this on purpose! I talked to you before you went in! I fucking hate you! Fuck you! All the time and effort into this fucking show to help you guys out, and you can't do the simplest task! I fucking hate you! I hate you! I hate you!
The inability to read the room, the talent for making a
know
bad
what quote that
situation
is.
even worse, the uncanny instinct to say the absolute worst thing at the worst possible time. Whenever they manage to resolve one issue, Big Ed has another one already waiting in the backstage, ready to march out and ruin the day. The next morning, the pair once again tries to enjoy themselves, but of course that doesn't last long, because we're treated to yet another painfully awkward conversation where Ed would admit that he doesn't want more kids. Looking at this from the side, this does seem like a logical option. After all, he's 54 years old and he already raised one child, but Rose obviously wants more kids considering she's in her early 20s. The clash of interests here isn't even subtle, which begs the question, why wasn't this obvious issue discussed before going to the fucking Philippines?
I'm sure it was discussed and he lied about it. Like that's probably the simplest solution. Like she seems like a straight shooter, you know, she knows what she wants. She was like, "Are you in or out?" And he's like, "Oh no, yeah, I'm totally in." And then he gets there, they bang it out, and he's like, "Actually, I'm kind of out though." Oh, okay, wow. Let's see, Brian says, "I used to think they're scripted, but now I think that the producers realize they're horrible and push them through." I mean, yeah, there's no shortage of horrible people in the world. Did you guys check out my audition for the Real World and Road Rules cruise? Then we were gonna do like challenges and stuff like that. And instead, we just went on Wild and Crazy Kids, which I think turned out better. They keep bringing him on. Or those like him back for all these shows. Yeah, there's 3. Wifey wanted me to cover Colt, who's like just a womanizer weirdo, which really they all are. And then there's also Gino, who's like this just porn sick, kind of looks like he has wasting syndrome. Can we pull up a picture of Gino real fast? Yeah, if you see him without a hat, which is rare. And he's oh, there's one. No, that's not it. I think it's his teeth that really get me. He's got strange teeth. Anyway, here we go.
Despite that, after everything that's happened, Rose has given Ed way too many chances to get his shit together. She even
No, for
asks if he'd reconsider his stance, trying to meet him halfway, but by now she really should have realized that there is no halfway with Ed. It's either his way or the highway. There are only ever demands that need to be met. Maybe this was finally the moment she realized there is no point in continuing this relationship. These two people live in completely different realities. It's not like they have little in common, they have nothing in common. Half of these horrible situations could have been avoided if Big Ed had simply been honest from the start. Instead, he dragged this girl along, brought her on a vacation, and then decided to drop this bombshell only after they'd been together for a few days. In the end, this issue wasn't something that could be fixed, and Rose eventually breaks up with him, laying everything out on the table, basically saying what every viewer was thinking.
So, I'm disappointed because you always embraced me. You think I want your money, not you. You give me feel a little bit person. I think you not love me. I'm done.
When Big Ed
There's only one person that Big Ed loves, and that's Big Ed. And really not even then. Like, you'd take better care of yourself if you loved yourself. All he's got is a dog and a, whatever, 50mm DSLR lens or whatever the fuck it is. It's fine.
realized she's actually gone, his reaction is pure desperation. In actuality, you can't help but wonder why is he even surprised. When everything is said and done, he's been nothing but a terrible boyfriend, no compromise and definitely no self-awareness. There was never a timeline where this relationship was going to work. Not one. Ever. Ed eventually went back home and had a heart-to-heart talk with his daughter, the same daughter who warned him from the beginning that this entire situation was a disaster waiting to happen. But did he listen? Of course not. I guess you could say that things ended on a somewhat positive note. Or maybe not. I don't know at this point. It's hard to call anything positive when the whole mess could have been avoided if basic common sense was used. Either way, this marks the end of the very first chapter in Big Ed's story. Just another person on 90 Day Fiance trying and failing miserably to find love overseas. He wasn't the first, and he sure as hell wasn't the last, but his behavior combined with his entire appearance launched him into online fame. On YouTube, Ed exploded in popularity. Many big creators started reacting to his shenanigans, most notably the infamous moment where he slathers mayonnaise into his hair like he's marinating himself for a barbecue.
So I have been dyeing my hair and
You've been dyeing your hair with mayonnaise?
Before long, everyone and their dog was talking about him, and here's the important part.
Like Brian said, yeah, whatever gets views, I guess, at the end of the day. That's all the producers care about. They know you hate him. That's why they bring him back, because you watch him. Who watches nice people? Mr. Rogers, Bob Ross, they're all dead! Do you understand? Mr. Wizard, he's fucking dead! A decade now! Ugh. The craziest was the dude who came to the Philippines for a trans chick and had gonorrhea. Dude, what the hell? I don't know about that one. My wife keeps up with this one dude. He's like stuck in the Philippines or whatever, and he was living in some ladyboy's tindahan, like in the front, and they'd film him for TikTok and feed him bananas, and he just looked so sad, and I was just like, bro, this is fucked up. Oh, that's real though. Like, it'd be like that, you know? Went there with only $28. That's probably the guy that I'm talking about. Yeah. If wifey was awake, I'd ask her, but she's not anymore. I know the guy. He lives in a tindahan now, and he eats ladyboy's bananas. He looks really sad while he does it. And I don't know whether it's funny or really, really sad. It's both is what it is. Yeah, that's the guy. Okay. I believe it is too. Wifey has tabs on him. I get updates.
At this stage, Ed wasn't really hated in the literal sense. Yeah, people were annoyed by his manipulative behavior, but most viewers were willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Not
They were
me.
willing to believe he was just socially awkward, maybe insecure, maybe clueless, but not malicious. Ed himself took advantage of this attention as well. He appeared with multiple YouTubers, including on the H3H3 podcast.
I just do naturally I do dumb things like you saw in the video with, vacuuming the cookies, and there's 1,000 different ones. Anyway, so
There, he talked about being bullied in high school for his appearance, his insecurities, and other personal struggles, along with behind the scenes of filming 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, that's social cripple. He's a social cripple.
Even before appearing on the show, Big Ed already had a brand that he was desperately trying to promote, and I mean desperately. The most obvious example is that ridiculous cartoon picture of his own face, the one that he slaps on literally everything he owns.
Yeah, because it bolsters his clearly fading hairline. He's like, this is how my hairline actually looks. I don't think so, Ed. It also, stops at the double chin. It doesn't show, the whole neck situation, which is terrifying to me. It's fine. It was the gonorrhea guy. Okay, we're all on the same page. If I can remember his name... I think it starts with an M.
Owns his shirt, his Instagram, stickers on his luggage, and he even has it tattooed on his leg. The amount of effort he puts into promoting this one goofy caricature of himself is insane. He was clearly an interesting character, and despite many, many faults we couldn't ignore, people still wanted to see more.
Yeah, people are pretty sick like that, aren't they?
Big Ed was more than ready to take advantage of his newfound fame. The man squeezed every possible drop of monetization out of the situation. You could say that clout chasing was his full-time job. He became more active on his YouTube channel, doing random stuff like mukbang videos, because nothing says content like watching Big Ed inhale hot wings on camera.
Asian women age like a bottle of wine. Sweet.
He started a Twitch account that went absolutely nowhere, and of course he tried selling his merch, plastered with that goofy picture of his own face. But his biggest and most successful
Yeah, don't you want to wrap your child in a Big Ed onesie? Or an I Like Turtles shirt? What the fuck is that? You're just trying to rip off the I Like Turtles kid? Paint your fucking face like a zombie. You gotta commit to the bit, stupid. I would never want the Big Ed bib near my baby. Weird. He thinks highly about himself. Oh, he thinks only about himself. Let's be clear about that. Nobody else matters. It's all Big Ed in Big Ed's world. And yeah. It's enraging. But I participate.
Started with that goofy picture of his own face. But his biggest and most successful grift came in April of 2020 when he joined Cameo. If you don't know what Cameo is, it's a website where fans...
Okay, but it's not a grift, really. Like, people are willing to pay the money, so you fucking take the money, you know? I don't think that counts as a grift.
Can pay celebrities and other celebrities to record personalized video messages.
Well, I don't know, man. Been seeming sus lately. It's almost like we have an imposter among us.
By the end of the year, Big Ed was one of the highest paid people on the entire platform. The dude was charging anywhere from $70 for a personalized video to $400 for a private Zoom call.
$400. Okay, I take back the grift thing. Fucking 10-minute Zoom call for $400. I mean, fuck, if people will pay it, I guess. But holy shit. I'm jealous is what that is.
It's estimated that by mid-2021, he'd earned over $100,000 on Cameo alone. Big Ed had officially figured out how to turn cringe into cash. Even TLC realized that they couldn't let their golden goose waddle away, so they invited him for a reunion-style talk show segment, and yes, it was exactly as awkward as you're imagining, maybe worse.
So Rose, I got it.
Jesus, look at him in that suit. They're not fooling anybody with that. Can we get like, I guess, I don't know. You can't have anything that goes inward, really. Can we like choke it back or something? I don't wanna like crush his carotid artery and have him pass out. Or maybe actually I do. Maybe that would make the whole gathering a lot better. Maybe. Got mad at a little girl over some taco food being too hot for his delicate senses. Is that recent? I hadn't heard that. But I haven't kept up, you know? He's apparently just been active for years. While I looked over once and said, that's funny. Hardly paid any more attention. But maybe it's worth paying attention too, huh?
Had a vasectomy.
Oh, vasectomy, nice, great.
I had it done.
No more little
I had to ice my balls for like a week.
Eventually, he was brought back for 90 Day The Single Life, a spin-off show that follows former 90 Day Fiance cast members as they attempt to re-enter the dating world after their previous relationships collapsed. And this is where Ed would find his next victim, the person who will become very important for the rest of this video. What ends up happening to this poor woman is beyond sad.
I'm about to ask my friend Liz out on a date.
Oh no.
I've had a crush on Liz for about 2 months. She's a totally
It's
hot
her.
waitress manager. She's 28 years old.
This is Liz Woods, a 28-year-old single mother working
Look at Liz. Look at Liz while she's still full of life. Huh? Do we fast forward to the later Liz and see how she looks after like a year or two with Big Ed? Not well. Not well, I'd wager. Oh, that's a terrible picture. Oh, whatever.
this video. What ends up happening to this poor woman is beyond sad.
I'm about to ask my friend Liz out on a date.
It is sad.
I've had a crush on Liz for about 2 months.
I think that's a good adjective.
She's a totally hot waitress manager. She's
Liz's
28
daughter.
years old.
Oh!
This is Liz Woods, a 28-year-old single mother working as a waitress and a manager in a restaurant, someone who, unfortunately...
I mean, you definitely don't want to bring fucking Big Ed around your kids. That's like rule 1. I'd get one look at this guy and be like, fuck no. I don't think it's gonna work out. There's this guy, wifey and I often go to this rock bar on Saturdays and we get some beer and pizza and, you know, we've been shooting pool the last few Saturdays, but there's always this really weird old guy with long old guy hair, which means only on the side. I call it like wizard hair, but there's nothing magical about this guy. He is Big Ed shaped. He's taller and stuff. They let him sing sometimes because he tips big and he's just terrible at singing. Then he opens up his fanny pack and throws candies on the floor. Like there's nobody there to pick up the candy. Who cares? You know, I don't think anybody's picking up candy off the floor. Is this I think he just doesn't really know how to interface with people. There's a lot of like social cripples out there though. I am myself one too sometimes. But I don't know. At least learn how to get in the zone a little bit.
would soon find herself in the clutches of this fine gentleman. Liz and Ed had known each other for a few months before he finally asked her out. She reluctantly agreed to a brunch date the next morning, not realizing how this one decision would impact her life for years to come. The date went as well as you'd expect, a whole lot of nothing. I mean, what do a 55-year-old man and a 28-year-old single mom really have in common? Despite that, they still agreed to meet each other again. Their second date was a yoga session, but not before Ed decided to get weird again. He shaved his chest hair for the occasion and even his mom helped him do it.
Can you pick up my ponytail? I'm taking the hair off my chest and my back.
What for?
Because it's gross.
You're a man.
I genuinely don't know why he insists on doing shit like this in front of a camera. It's almost like he wants.
They make him do it. Surely you realize that, right? This is a rhetorical question. I get notifications for some reason. I was waiting for you, Bears. I was like, come on, I'm totally gonna do the thing. And then I totally did. Although I think I scheduled the time wrong, but who cares? People will join in the middle, and we'll be into essentially new content. I don't know if we're gonna make it through the whole thing. Like this happily ever after section is fucking huge. Breaking point. There's so much. We might have to do like a split one, but it's fine too. I don't have any problem with that as long as I remember to do it, which I might not.
people
There's a lot
to make
of Big
fun
Ed
of him
documentaries
online.
out there.
This second date was them just doing some bizarre goat yoga class where goats just wander around interrupting people mid-exercise like confused toddlers. After surviving that circus, the two shared some private
You paid for
conversation
this?
with a bottle of wine, and this is where Liz would open up about her life. She works non-stop while trying to raise her daughter, not to mention that she's already been through 2 divorces.
It does worry me though with the whole age thing or something, like all those problems that came with like Rose would come up again. So
No shit.
Age is just a number.
Age is only a number, Luigi. Yeah, you know what else is the number? What?
I don't
know.
exactly believe in that.
This is someone who clearly has a lot on their plate and more than anything needs some stability in life. And the fact that she crossed paths with Ed of all people makes it more tragic than anything. If you think I'm being too harsh, let's just look at what happened next. Their third date takes place at his house, and Ed, being Ed, starts making creepy little comments like how he hopes to get Liz into the bathtub by the end of the night.
I mean, I might as well just go for it. And maybe I can get Liz in the hot tub by the end of tonight.
Keep in mind, they've only been on a few dates and she has repeatedly told him she wants to take it slow and maybe just stay friends for now because she isn't sure what she wants. She says this again that very night, but nevertheless, Big Ed still goes in for a forced kiss while saying goodbye.
Cool.
Thank
awesome.
you. You can't do that.
Why not? I kissed your nose.
No.
Too soon?
That kind of pushed me back.
One of the most uncomfortable
Hey, you fucked it up, you moron. Just listen to the thing that she said. like it's even that hard. Oh my god.
inappropriate moments I have seen in reality TV. It's almost crazy how Ed manages to be confused and disappointed by this reaction.
I moved too fast. She doesn't want a romantic relationship. I think she sees me as a friend.
In what universe was doing something like this a good idea? Watching this from the outside, anyone could see the end to this union before it even began. This man blew every chance he had and then made a completely inappropriate move, and Liz was clearly upset about it in her interview segment afterward.
It's like interesting also the contrast between how he is with Rose and how he is with Liz. Like you can tell with Liz he's sort of hopped up on his own shit. You know, he's like, oh, I can do this now. I'm Big Ed. You know, nobody gives a fuck who you are. If I'm honest, you're a blip in the span of the universe, and like, yeah, you think anybody's gonna remember Big Ed in 50 years? No, you'll be the Laurel and Hardy of fucking TLC. That's just how it goes, you know. And thank God for that, honestly. You know, his dog tell him to stop. Hey, what the dog doing? Who is that thumb man? Oh yeah, it's like from Spy Kids. The thumbs? Terrifying. You know, the producers are like, we'll give you $50K for a month. Yeah, exactly, dude. That's, it's a dirty game. You'll throw your own fucking shit under the bus for a certain amount of cash. Like, it's real. $50K a month? Alright. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Yeah, even Liz decided to take the ride. She's like, I don't want to have to work so much. Fine, I'll stick it through. Because, yeah, on some level, he gets involved with these women, and then the social media happens. Like, I think Wifey was also watching Rose's social media thing for a while. But yeah, she's doing well for herself now. She upgraded that house and whatnot. That's the cool part. It doesn't take that much to go far in the Philippines. But now he's back at San Diego, making himself a problem, which is good. Just stay there. You were born there, haunt that place. Wait until you hear the breakup numbers. What? Okay, I guess I'll keep ears out.
No, I did not expect that.
She hates it.
I think I made it
She's about to cry.
very clear on where I stood when we were talking. I didn't want anything to ruin our friendship before progressing
He's
forward.
hopped up on his own shit, dude.
I really thought we were on the same page. I feel like I've been nothing but honest, so I was shocked.
On top of that, Big Ed found himself having a bit of an episode. You see, sometime after their disaster of a date, he stopped by the restaurant where Liz was working and saw her having drinks with another man.
Oh my god! And his ego couldn't handle that. Hey, Trippin' Dough! First time catch streaming, love to you and yours. Love your content. I appreciate you supporting the content, you know? My people love you back. We're all a happy family here. The Jerry Army. Pick up your rifle. It's time to fight.
For whatever reason, he felt the need to confront her about it in the most direct way possible the very next time they met. In the end, it turned out to be nothing, just a co-worker she regularly hangs out with, but Big A's reaction was wildly confrontational,
Yeah, he can't
especially
handle that
considering the fact that they weren't even officially a couple yet.
I saw you together, and then I kind of came over to say hi, but I felt kind of like I was interrupting.
He's my good friend, as a guy friend, and there's nothing between us.
Okay, hold on one second. And then I saw you guys walk into your car one night.
I was sitting outside with some binoculars, and I saw you walking in the car. It's nothing weird. I just often watch you with binoculars through through your place of work or your home. Certain only designated areas, of course. I'm a classy man with no neck.
He walks me all the time to the parking
But
garage.
I think he likes you. I mean, who wouldn't?
Isn't that like
Liz was out with girlfriends
just so
on a
fragile.
girls' night out, and by coincidence ran into her ex-husband. I have this insecurity with her that she might go back to her ex because I think she has in the
hope she
past.
does.
So I basically accused her of still being in contact with him, which was not the right thing to do. It wasn't her fault.
Oh my god, dude, you'd never beat him in thumb wrestling, Bears. That's for real. Like, he is all thumbs. You try and hold that shit down, there's like too much leverage, too much torque. You can't do it. He's gonna beat you down in no time flat.
Jealousy, the insecurity, the entitlement, all of it was already bubbling to the surface. Looking back, this moment was just a small glimpse of the kind of person.
What if it wasn't spina bifida or whatever the fuck? What if he just really likes headbanging, you know? His neck got super thick. The lead singer for Slipknot, he's got like this crazy thick neck. Because yeah, it's his job to headbang basically. And it looks like this, except, you know, not as awful.
On. Somehow, despite all these
wanna
warning
find a
signs,
picture.
they
Hold
still
on.
continued seeing each other. This is the point where a lot of viewers started theorizing that Liz had been getting paid by the network to stick around.
Yup.
I mean, after everything we just talked about, what other explanation could there possibly be? But now that we know the full story, we know that wasn't the case at all, which makes the whole thing even more tragic. This brings us to the hotel room episode, where the pair went to a wedding together, and this is where they kind of cemented their relationship, if you can even call it that.
Thank you for being in my life. I love it. Your lips really taste good.
It's a mistake.
I don't know what the fuck these two people talk about when in private, but
Yeah, how could you know? How could you possibly? Let's see. I found an absolute unit. This is Corey Taylor from Slipknot. Look at that neck, dude. That's like the evolution of Big Ed, I think. Like a Pokemon evolution, you know? Looks like the Ram Man from He-Man. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up too. Oh my god. That's terrifying. That's so good, Brian. The Tom and Jerry War. Oh yes, the great Tom and Jerry Wars. I fought amongst the Jerrys. That's true. Ram Man is a great callback. How much is your dignity worth? I don't know. 10 million? Yeah. you could get me for 10 million probably. You can live off the dividends. You put it all in the saving accounts, that's like 400k a year. And bing, bang, boom. You're living off residuals, essentially. Yeah, you don't get to make big, stupid purchases, but you can subsist and whatnot. So, yeah, 10 million. That's the friends and family price, okay? I'm presuming you wouldn't have me do anything too undignified. Which, considering I've eaten trash can chicken for $500, I mean, where is my dignity, really? Really, it's a cultural experience, is what it was. That's what I tell myself. The submission on Discord? Okay. Where is it? I'm not gonna find it. It's a thumb. Big Ed is a thumb. It's good memes. Well meme, gentlemen. I like all of these references. I collect them in my Big Ed folder.
But from what we are shown, their dynamic is just always off. That very same night, as they are lying in bed, he says that he loves her. Then, as if realizing mid-sentence that he screwed up, he backtracks with the second worst thing he could have said. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Too soon for that.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding though. For real. Unless you said it back, then I wasn't kidding. Oh God, it's painful. It's good though. Really.
I also really liked how the morning after all he could talk about was how he and Liz made love in the most uncanny way possible.
Did you guys have sex?
Dude, do you see the way he pet her? He also looks like a fucking cryptid here. Just the way he pets her is really
love
weird.
in the most uncanny way possible.
What is that?
Did you guys have sex?
Okay, so yeah, I mean we made love all night.
I get that producers are
He's the type of guy that I think would say boink. You know, he should probably stick with boink. This is like a funnier thing, you know? Maybe they'll give you they'll throw you a funny one. Some of the nice ones they do.
Probably pushing him for more details, but Jesus Christ, at least try to show some restraint. Without missing a beat, he asks if he can introduce her as his girlfriend at a wedding. Despite knowing he always rushes his relationships, and despite somehow getting insanely lucky that Liz was even giving him a time of day to begin with, he still insists on slamming the gas pedal to the floor.
50K a month.
At this point,
for Liz
this man is like a gift that keeps on giving. Just a never-ending stream of awkward.
You really can't sell your soul. Good lord. Poor Liz, but also, you made this choice. I understand the allure. Oh, now I don't have to work all the fucking time. I can hang out with my kids. That's awesome. But also, yeah, there's baggage. Don't you see all the strings attached?
Awkwardness and bad decisions.
You must.
The only person paying the price for this behavior is unfortunately Liz. After attending the wedding, we can pretty safely say this marks the point where they officially became a couple. And in true Ed fashion,
this is the Big Ed thumb with a goatee and ponytail. And Frame 1, frame 2. Oh, it's beautiful. Good job. I think Big Ed does need to be memed into oblivion, but the sad part is he'd probably just love it, you know? He knows he's a goober already.
Barely 2 weeks into dating, he decides it's the perfect time to fly to Las Vegas so his brand new girlfriend can meet his daughter Tiffany, who, by the way, is 3 years older than Liz.
I don't know who Peter Steele is, but I believe you. Anybody squished the hydraulic press.
Naturally, Liz herself is not exactly comfortable with this setup, and she makes her feelings very clear.
You're gonna meet the daughter.
The daughter. I don't know what to think or expect.
The daughter that's 3 years older than her?
Imagined. That's also a little
Kind of
nerve-wracking.
weird, dude.
Being the same age. So.
You know, the age, for me, it's a number.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Here we go again.
And so, despite every red flag waving violently in the desert wind, we still get this cursed meeting that nobody asked for. Very soon, one thing becomes painfully obvious. His daughter is not someone you would consider a pleasant person. If anything, she comes off unbearably judgmental and confrontational.
You don't you don't think being raised in a house by Big Ed and whatever woman he spurned in order to spawn you, that had to raise a confrontational person. Like, just the way Big Ed presents himself. It's like, yeah, you I can't, you gotta shave your legs. He just lists his grievances while never looking inward. God, what an asshole.
And I actually feel like he kind of calm.
Big Ed tried to have beef with the YouTuber Cinnamon Toast Ken over reaction content, threatening to fight him. Pure cinema. I fucking love that. I want to fight him. Let me get in next. Oh, God. He said the R. Kelly thing. What's that? I believe I can fly? I'm not going to say anything else.
Me down and loosen up in a lot of aspects. So,
yeah, I'll be honest, I don't know, like, doesn't make it any more more comfortable,
no,
but
I'm sorry.
My concern with being younger is you're at one phase in your life and he's winding down somewhat on his. Like,
I'm not winding down. What do you mean?
To be clear, I'm not talking about her.
I mean, you're almost 60 and you need to get a grip, Edward. Okay? Like, understand where you're at in your life and move accordingly. I don't understand why that's so hard, but for him, it's apparently impossible. He thinks he's fucking 16 forever, which I guess I am in my brain. Like, sometimes I like to party and shit, but a lot of time recently has been put towards more thoughtful things. You know what I mean? Trying to build bigger and better. I guess, you know, building bigger and better for Ed is just continuing to stay on the show and being a clown, which it seems to work. Whether collect a paycheck, you know, anyway you got to do it. But he is a recognizable face. People see Humpty Dumpty coming down the street, they're like, that's Big Ed. I'd never ask him for an autograph. I'd just be like, ew. Ew, stay away.
Her being upset that her father is dating someone practically her age. Anyone with a functioning brain would find that weird. What I mean is, the way she treats Liz, almost like this entire comedy skit is her fault. Meanwhile, Big Ed is absolutely no help in diffusing the situation. If anything, he's sitting there making it worse by saying absolute horseshit for some reason.
But I was telling her that you guys are like the same.
The same.
I'm gonna say that weirds me out. That's just awkward as fuck.
It's moments like these that make you forget that Liz is the youngest person in the room just by looking at her mature behavior. The way she calmly handles Tiffany's loaded questions is admirable. It makes you wonder why the hell she's even hanging around these people. But the worst part wasn't even caught on camera. After filming had wrapped up, the three of them went out to enjoy the Vegas nightlife. Tiffany invited one of her friends and together they openly mocked Liz for dating a man so much older than her. This would hurt her so much that even Ed immediately sensed something was wrong, but instead of giving her space, he kept pushing her to open up, even after she clearly told him not to.
And then at the club, I heard Tiffany and the comments the friend was saying, giggling, chatting, can't you just find someone your age? I was sitting right next to her. It was very disrespectful.
Despite her boundaries, he kept poking and prodding at the issue until she finally got so upset that she booked a flight the next morning and left by herself, leaving her caring boyfriend alone in the apartment. Big Ed's reaction to this whole situation gives us a perfect demonstration as to why this man desperately needs to understand how relationships work, and more importantly, why he really should date someone closer to his own age.
Sitting in this hotel room.
I mean, I don't know. You choose who you choose, and that's great. But yeah, don't be sensitive if you get dunked on for it. You know, you have to be secure in the relationship. You're secure enough to meet the daughter for him to say I love you. For him to, it's essentially just love bombing. You know, this is why she's had 2 divorces. This is why he's had however many fucking divorces. And yeah, it's people that just. Can't slow down. Slow down and realize, you know, who the other person really is. Oh well. Oh well, we're all here to learn a lesson, I guess.
All by myself. I felt like I was back in the Philippines when Rose and I broke up.
First of all, when reflecting on Liz leaving him alone in Vegas, he immediately draws parallels to the Philippines and Rose, something he actually does quite often. In his mind, every conflict is seen as, this reminds me of when someone I loved hurt me, and never, not once, maybe my behavior contributed to this. He gives himself zero accountability, which is tragic considering that every major problem in the two relationships we've seen on TV has been caused by him and only him, yet somehow our star never manages to reflect on any of it. And because he never self-reflects, he never improves, he just keeps repeating the same mistakes like he's stuck in a time loop. Whatever the case may be,
and the producers love it. And it's infinite money, essentially. Would Big Ed be considered a neckbeard? Oh, God, absolutely. Like, more functional than your average neckbeard, sure, but the way he conducts himself, the way he fucking... he thinks he's bigger than he is, you know? Never reflects inwardly. That's why he fascinates me, really. And also, you know, because he dated a Filipina, I guess, so people always ask about my opinion when things like that happen, I guess.
The next logical step was to patch things over, so Ed invited Liz to his house again, because that went so incredibly well the last time. This meeting was supposed to be about clearing the air after the disaster in Vegas. Talking about Tiffany, talking about communication, talking about anything that might help them function like normal couple for 5 minutes.
So when I get upset,
never gonna happen.
I don't use this, I use this. And what you do is you pull back. And because you shut down, it made me feel like I thought you were mad at me, but I couldn't shut up, I couldn't let it go. And I paid the price, like.
Unfortunately, Big Ed still has absolutely no idea when to speak and when to shut up. And that inability, that complete lack of timing and awareness is probably the biggest reason Liz walked down on him in Vegas to begin with. Let me just get something off my chest here. I know that I'm sounding like a broken clock throughout this video. I keep bringing up the same flaws, the same mistakes, the same painfully predictable behavior.
That's a broken record, not a broken clock. That's okay. Yeah, I think the fact that he couldn't step up for the chick that he supposedly loved, said that he loved, probably, you know, post-coital. Does that really count? Some would say it does. But yeah, he doesn't care. He'll say anything. And he'll continue to succeed at being a terrible person because he's propped up by TLC. People are still morbidly fascinated in you, you weird little man, so we'll keep paying you to exist and filming it. And, what a tangled web we weave.
I am seriously trying not to recycle points I already made, but the problem is, Big Ed repeats the same pattern so consistently that I can't help but comment on them again. He is like a malfunctioning robot that is repeating the same broken instructions over and over, and nothing proves that more than what comes next. So the two lovebirds decided to ease the tension between them by having
I hate when he has his hair down. It's the worst. I don't know why you'd make that choice. Wouldn't you think a nice crew cut would be better? You know, you're low to the ground already. Do you want your hair making you look even shorter? I don't know. We gotta try something different, goddammit. Because he's insecure.
Dinner, and by ease the tension, I mean Big Ed decides to say quite possibly the worst, weirdest, most insane line he could possibly pull out of
I want a plushy version of this guy. I want one too, to burn it. We'll start with the long, fugly hair that he uses to hide his fugly self. At least he realizes it on some level, even if he's gotten better at playing it off. I guess you do after 60 years on the planet. Who do you think this guy was at 30? I don't know.
his ass.
You were born the same week my divorce was finalized.
Ew.
So for me, I'm like, you're here for a reason.
Oh my God.
I'm not entirely sure.
Holy fuck, you can't say that. You were born the same week that my divorce was finalized. That means you're here for a reason. And that reason is for me to shoot my load. Oh no! It's awful. It's all fucking awful. He looks like the world's least threatening vampire. Oh my God, you guys are killing it. Oh, wow. That's just... Okay, thank you. Here we go.
What the actual fuck was going through his socially incompetent mind when he said that? In what universe does he think that sounded romantic? I'm staggered every time I watch this clip, and I've seen it at least 10 times. The most frustrating part is Liz falls for it again. She buys into his sweet talk, his wounded puppy routine, and by the end of the night, they end up renewing their relationship like nothing happened. This really is just a slow-motion car crash that will only end in tragedy. Fast.
Don't question God's plan. Yeah, you heretic. How dare you? I love that clip of Leahy falling down the stairs. It's so good. It's so short. Cut it in anywhere. I use it all the time too.
Forward 3 weeks later, and the pair decided to spend some time relaxing at the beach. This was the moment I actually started to feel disturbed, because now even Liz was carrying Big Ed themed promotional merchandise on her drinking cup. Of course, we also have Ed himself enjoying the scenery a little too much. So much in fact that he once again decided to ruin the moment.
I want my home to be our home.
Oh no.
And I want to ask you to move in.
This is especially ridiculous considering she already told him multiple times that he moves way too fast, but apparently that didn't stop him from doing it again. After a long, awkward pause, broken only by Liz's hesitation attempts to get him to back off and rethink the question, she eventually agreed. There really isn't much more to it.
And the daughter! Well, you're not considering the kid at all? The kid's gonna be in danger. Fucking... I don't like it. But yeah, kinda had your arm twisted, right? The producers... I don't know how much they can actually pull the strings, but yeah. If somebody's like, okay, we'll keep you on the show if you do this, then you do that if you want the money hose to stay turned on. But is it worth it? Would you put your kids in danger for it? I don't think I would. I'd be like, this feels fucking gross. I'm out. At least they don't like show the kid, you know. I'll give them that. But I still feel bad. Even if the child's off the screen, I don't forget they exist, you know. I feel bad that her mom has to deal with this shit. Come home exhausted after a day of work and just have this thing trying to grab your head and kiss you. Ugh. Can I just fucking lay down? Can I... Anybody want to fucking rub the feeties, you know? Ed probably slayed in the 80s. Yeah. You can see him on a little fucking cheetah print zoot suit, pocket full of coke. That was his secret. That was the secret sauce, dude. And how much for another month? Write a number on this piece of paper. Yeah, and then they say, okay, we're gonna knock a 0 off of it. There you go. Agree. Okay, fine, I guess. Looks like a cloud that kind of looks like a guy if you squint your eyes. He's just squinting back at me, which makes me feel weird. I don't know if I'm into that, Ed. What's going on there, buddy boy? Anyway.
Here, it's the same pressure-filled behavior we've came to expect from our main star, and this basically wraps up the season 1 of this spin-off reality TV show. You'd think this would finally be it.
Least
that
threatening vampire. There it is! He's in the costume again! I love when they make him wear the costumes. Oh, is that, what is that fucking South Park clip? Your words are like bullets. This is my fucking thing. Oh.
Principal Victoria, I'm very concerned about the behavior of one of your students.
Yes, we apologize for Eric Cartman's behavior, Mr. Nelson. We feel terrible.
Why? I don't feel terrible. It doesn't bother me at all. Words are like bullets, and I let them pass right through me. I just know that with some one-on-one time together with this Eric Cartman, I have a chance to change the way he thinks.
It might be best if you just let it go, okay?
You don't understand. You see, words are like bullets, and if you take away the gunpowder...
Yeah, we get it, Mr. Nelson.
Very well, Mr. Nelson. Stacy, go ahead and send in Eric Cartman. Eric, Mr. Nelson is concerned about how you respond to little people.
Oh, did I hurt its little feelings? You know, you think you have the power to make me insecure, but your words are actually completely powerless.
If we could get like 8 of these, we could dress them all up like little beavers, right? And then put them in a pond and see if they build a dam.
You see? No matter what you say, I'm still standing.
Barely.
No matter how you act, I can rise above it.
Rise above it. Get it?
Shut your fucking mouth.
Mr. Nelson!
He didn't get to me. I was just joking.
Look how its face gets all red. It's like a little strawberry.
Oh. Can I play Pat the Bunny? I probably shouldn't. Fine. Least threatening vampire. He does look like a little strawberry. It's true. God. This is good.
Actually managed to land himself a serious, stable relationship, but contrary to what some optimistic viewers hoped for, things were far from perfect. This brings us to the reunion episode for the season, and surprise surprise, both Big Ed and Liz appeared on stage only to reveal that they had broken up about a month prior.
Thank God.
We broke up.
Take the money and run.
Yeah.
We broke up a month ago today. Ed loves to rush our relationship. When we finally became a couple, the next week I was meeting his daughter, the next week I was meeting his sister, his brother.
Not true.
There's Colt. That's the one that my wife is like the most disgusted by. But yeah, that's a shit can for another day, I guess.
Truly, the big question on everyone's mind was what actually happened. What you have to understand is that everything we saw on camera was only the tip of the iceberg. The behind-the-scenes reality of their relationship was probably far worse than what we saw. The reason I say this is because a lot of dirty laundry was being aired during this segment of the show. For example, Tiffany revealed that Big Ed and Liz had broken up and gotten back together around 7 times, which basically says everything you need to know about this situation.
How many times did they break up over the course of the relationship?
7.
I don't know, 6 or 7 times.
Wow.
7 times.
Keep in mind, I'm not
Lucky
even
number
sure they had
7.
been dating for more than half a year at that point. Everyone and their dog could see that this relationship needed to be put to rest once and for all. The cycle was completely unstable, and let's be real, Big Ed was the root cause of every single one of these problems, and it's not even close.
Least threatening vampire. And he's so hungry, too. I think Brian wins the fucking crown. He kills me with that. Yeah, we broke up like, I don't know, an hour after shooting wrapped. Yeah, remind me how long it said we had to stay together in the contract. Exactly that long. Absolutely no longer.
Big Ed was the root cause of every single one of these problems, and it's not even close. From everything we saw, it's easy to conclude that him being controlling, extremely pushy and manipulative were just a few of the more obvious reasons behind their breakup. Reasons that became crystal clear the more two of them talked about their connection.
Yeah, Bo.
He would tell me all the time that it wouldn't work out between us. And it scared me that I would lose him.
We moved way too fast. Like she didn't have a chance. Our relationship didn't have a chance. 29 years that I had somebody that was interested in me.
I especially...
For real, like, the fact that it's over, I hope you're crying. Those are happy tears, okay? Both of you just, I mean, Big Ed can't really dodge the bullet, but Liz definitely. Just take the money and run. That's what I know.
I love how this buffoon tried to emotionally manipulate the audience and everyone in the studio with his forced theatrical crying about their breakup. But in reality, just 2 days after ending things, he blocked Liz on social media and went to Las Vegas to party with his sugar babies.
You blocked me and went to Vegas.
Are you saying that Ed was hanging out with other women?
I didn't expect to be dumped and then him be out in Vegas living the life.
How soon after you guys broke up did you know he was hanging out in Vegas?
Like 2 days.
God, like, I could even give a shit about this part. Can we skip it? Like, massively uninteresting to me. Hey, Morimoto! Thank you for the 10, my man. Never thought I'd see this necklace wonder again. Yeah, I figured, fuck it. My wife was like, is he even popular anymore? You should do Colt. What I should have done is the guy that lives with the ladyboys in the Tindahan and eats the bananas, and he looks real sad. I still can't remember his fucking name. But there's videos on Facebook of him that are just, oh, they're exquisite. I'm gonna go wake my wife up and ask her. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright. Yeah, thanks, Morimoto. Can I skip this? Are we all in agreement? Can I fucking...
I don't give a fuck.
Then why did you say yes? Why did you say okay?
Fuck you.
I don't have to answer you, Mom.
You were fucked up in the head. If I would have said no, you would have freaked out. Oh, you're jealous or whatever. But what right do you have to ask me?
What right do you have to get back?
Okay, we're done pecking each other to death. Thank you. Great music choice, isn't it?
As with the previous season, Big Ed once again became the centerpiece of YouTube commentary the moment the show wrapped up, only this time creators had even more ammunition to work with. People were finally starting to realize that this guy isn't just quirky and awkward, but also kind of an awful person. On the contrary, his cameo side hustle didn't suffer.
Lauren! You're right. Okay. I'm gonna look for some Lauren things. Oh, it brings up this. That's not who I want. Lauren back in the Philippines. Yeah. Tell me something. All right, I'm gonna dig through this. Thank you. Thank you for the lead, Brian.
For any consequences, if anything, it exploded in popularity. The message was clear. The worse his behavior got, the more people paid to see what kind of unhinged nonsense he'd say next. As for him and Liz, there isn't anything solid to confirm what actually happened immediately after that disastrous reunion episode. There were tons of rumors floating around, but nothing can be verified with certainty. Apparently, they did get back together for a short while, because people claimed to have seen them out in public afterward. Nevertheless, not long after, Big Ed was back on the dating market like nothing had happened. So where does this whole mess go next? Let's fast forward about 6 weeks after their breakup, right at the beginning of season 2 of The Single Life. The biggest twist at this point was the fact that Big Ed finally decided to remove that abomination from his head and get an actual haircut. In his opening monologue, he proudly declares that he's done with dating people in their 20s, and sure, that does sound like a step in the right direction, but the age gap was never the real reason his relationships fell apart. The problem wasn't the number on the ID, it's the guy oversharing private life in front of a camera, crying on cue, and blowing up romantic connections like it's a sport. Anyway, we follow him into what's supposed to be his fresh start. Unfortunately, he spends half the episode reminiscing about Liz like he's still emotionally tangled up in her, which immediately kills any idea that he's truly moved on.
Having sex with Liz, it became one of the most amazing nights of my life. I'd never given a woman multiple orgasms in my life, and yeah, I did that.
He made you believe that you did that. I don't think you actually did that. Not this guy. Unless there's some sort of dysfunction within her, which could be, I guess.
For reasons that only the producers understand, we're subjected to the visual tragedy of watching this man shower and get ready for his date. Soon enough, we meet Mia, his 42-year-old date whom he met at a friend's gathering. Surprise, surprise, she seems genuinely kind and normal, which immediately raises the question, what on earth is she doing with Big Ed of all people? Inevitably, the topic of past relationships comes up, and this TLC star proudly announces that he broke up with his last girlfriend around 8 times. And yes, he frames it like he was the one doing it every time, because of course he does.
Let's talk about relationships.
Okay, so I'm not good at them.
Mm-hmm.
And Liz, the last woman I dated, was 28. I make up and break up 8 times. Who does that?
8 times. Who did the...
Wake up. No, break up to make up. What is that? Fucking doo-wop song or some shit? Sugar Daddy Ray, I really like. All I can think of is OMC though. How bizarre! How bizarre! How bizarre! Or that other band that I can't remember, but the song always pops in my head. Magical, lyrical, doo-doo-doo. You know what I'm talking about? I've orgasmed twice myself so far. I mean, yeah, you have home field advantage. I'm pretty sure. He gained more neck in cutting his hair. It's like shaving your pubes. Yeah, dude, that's why I didn't understand why you have the fucking mop. Like, it's the worst choice that you can make for your face configuration. And yeah, I think insecurity has a lot to do with it. Whatever, that's fine. How's Mia's thing? She's like, I killed my last husband. That's why I want to date Big Ed. Oh, okay. That sounds like it has potential. Go ahead.
Breaking up.
Oh, and also I found Lauren's Facebook.
And then, to pour salt on the wound, he finds out Mia is from New Jersey and immediately tries to mimic the accent. And yes, it's exactly as horrible as you're imagining.
So, where did you grow up?
I was born and raised in New Jersey.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Oh no.
Please don't do this. You don't have to do this.
What's a Jersey girl doing in Vegas?
Oh.
I'm the motherfucking fucking one who calls the shots.
Unsurprisingly, a second date never happened, and that's probably for the best. Neither of them behaved like douchebags or anything, they just had absolutely zero chemistry. This means Ed is back to square one, and unfortunately for all of us, nowhere near finished with his love quest. After yet another failed attempt at dating, Ed sits down with his mom to talk about what kind of partner he should be looking for. It was in this moment that she hits him with the suggestion that he should find himself a Latina wife. Since she is from Mexico herself, she believes Latina women are more loyal and would make better wives. The thing that surprised me the most is that Ed actually takes this advice to heart. He doesn't hesitate for even a second and reaches out to one of his friends who happens to be in Mexico and basically asks her to set him up with someone.
Yeah. None of the other continents have worked. Surely I'm just picking the wrong continent. Surely I don't have to look inside myself at any point and consider what the fuck is going on in there. Let's just let's just take a swing at South America and see what happens. Surely we'll get different results. Surely. And imagine having a short refractory period. What does that even mean? I guess, yeah. Women do, men don't. Is it only for men? I don't know what is meant. I don't want to imagine it anymore. I'm sorry.
She agrees and connects him to a video call with a friend of hers, a woman named Kaory, and from that point on, she becomes Big Ed's brand new romantic target during this section of the show.
So, Laura tells me that you're single.
I'm single, very single.
Oh, gracias. Okay. Mas. I'm just kidding.
Mas.
This whole introduction is predictably awkward. Kaory doesn't speak much English and Big Ed doesn't speak a single word of Spanish, yet they somehow manage to hold a friendly conversation. They stay in brief contact afterward, and because Ed is still Ed, he decides this is enough to justify flying to Mexico immediately to pursue a relationship. Of course, he brings his mom and his dog Teddy, because nothing says romantic getaway like dragging your mother and your senior dog to another country. Once in Mexico, they get settled into a resort, and after a slow morning, Big Ed heads to a restaurant to meet Kaory in person for the first time.
Hello, how are you? Oh my god. Huh?
The communication barrier is already a huge issue, so they end up clumsily relying on Google Translate. Just when the conversation finally starts to feel somewhat normal, the universe decides to throw in another layer of madness. Gunshots erupt outside the restaurant, meaning that everyone has to run for cover.
Welcome to Mexico, motherfucker. Oh boy. When in doubt, date your mommy. I guess it is his mother's stand-in, essentially. Now I remember Kaory. Good. I didn't. This was just pulled from the transcript. I'm like, okay. There's these people's names in here.
Big Ed's dating life is truly some of the most fucked up content ever broadcasted on reality TV. Surprisingly, surviving a shootout does bring Big Ed and Kaory a bit closer together.
Was it really surviving a shootout? I guess it was. Chick could have gone through the wall. Could have gone anywhere. So yeah, good. I'm glad everybody's okay. Especially Big Ed, totally. But the sticker on the back of his phone was killed in action. The only person that came to the funeral was Brian, and that was just to laugh.
In a morbid sense, this entire experience had a surprisingly positive silver lining. Of course, Big Ed can't leave well enough alone, because within hours of this terrifying event, he invites Kaory back to his hotel. That's when Big Ed dropped another classic move, because he announced that he was planning to bring his mother on the next meeting. Why on earth would he think that was a good idea? It's painfully obvious that he hasn't learned a single lesson from any of his past disasters. He's still rushing headfirst into relationships like there's no tomorrow. And that's how their first date officially wrapped up, a surprisingly calm ending immediately followed by a huge blunder. His brilliant plan to introduce his mother on the second date goes beyond just being premature, and so this cursed meeting actually took place at a park, and shockingly, the mother ended up having a better conversation with Kaory than Ed himself, in a way that does make perfect sense. She speaks Spanish, she's warm, and she wasn't behaving like an eager man-child trying to speedrun a relationship. Afterward, the pair spent...
That's so real. I guess it's good, you know, mom came in clutch and whatnot, but surely Kaory surely can see what she's 38, he's whatever 60 whatever. I guess it's still a hell of a gap, honestly. She might not see it, I don't know. 38, it seems old, but then not, you know. It's sort of you've still got more things to learn, I guess, in the grand scheme. If you make it to 60. I don't know. Some people die when they're 12. Whatever. Not whatever. It's sad. But I can't do anything about it. Ed's new cut makes him look like Patton Oswalt's uncle. Yeah, his creepy uncle. I talk like this, baby. My name's Patton Oswalt. I think that's how he talks for real. Collecting girlfriends like Pokemon. Yeah. Except he does like a catch and release program, you know. And then catch 8 more times. Essentially serial harassing the Pokemon until it will marry you. I hope it doesn't work here
Spent some
either.
alone time wandering through a botanical
gotta
garden, and for a moment you could almost convince yourself that this woman might genuinely have some feelings for Ed. Then again, I guess Mexico doesn't air 90 Day Fiance, otherwise she would have immediately sprinted in the opposite direction. Unfortunately, Kaory didn't have the necessary knowledge, and she would even invite Ed to meet her family, and surprise surprise, she also has a child from a previous relationship. At this point, it's really hard not to notice the obvious pattern. This family gathering went as well as anyone could expect, given the chaos.
It is an obvious pattern. Holy shit, I didn't realize that until Alkor just said it. Bro, that's fucked up. Oh no. Oh no. Is it all a coincidence? Oh no.
Surrounding this unhinged Mexico trip. Despite all these meet and greets and bonding moments, there was still zero real sense that they were growing closer romantically. Even Ed started noticing the vibe shift. It's almost like this whole thing was going nowhere. And speaking of terrible decisions, this genius somehow managed to make things worse by showering Kaory's son with gifts on their first meeting, something even she found weird and uncomfortable.
Ed sacó los regalos, realmente pensé no era necesario, porque es muy material.
All things considered, it felt like it was finally time to end this.
Very materialistic. She called him out the first meeting for having a little ego. She's not gonna stick around, I know that. I guess the only question is, like, how long? What what do they pay you per month to stay on 90 Day? Probably a decent amount.
This charade, and so on their next date, Big Ed decides to pour gasoline on the fire by telling Kaory he wanted a romantic relationship with her. This led to yet another agonizing conversation where she told him, very gently, that she does have feelings for him, but relationships take time and they need to build something real before jumping into anything serious.
Me pareció bonito que Ed abriera su corazón hacia mí, pero que una relación se construye. Y para construir se necesitan días, semanas, meses, años.
Naturally, instead of taking the hint,
She's got a good head on her shoulders, I'll say that. She wasn't all tripped up by his bullshit. She's just like, nope. If you want it, then we'll build it. But yeah, we're not just gonna be like, oh, you said you loved me? Wee! That's why Ed fails with anybody that's like even near his own age. Because he can't just like talk his way into and out of everything. People start calling him on his bullshit. Yeah, it's rough, isn't it, buddy? Patton Oswalt's uncle. I'm Patton Oswalt. I'm telling jokes and doing a rat's voice. Okay, here we go.
Ed kept pushing and pushing and pushing, which of course annoyed the hell out of his date.
Well, can I say something?
¿No puedes guardar silencio?
Sí.
After that colossal blunder, it was clear the game was over. Woo! There was no way to salvage this situation, but he tried anyway, this time by planning a trip that quickly turned into a complete catastrophe. He brought up marriage again and talked about wanting a deeper connection. At this point, I don't even need to tell you how she reacted because you already know the script by heart.
I'm a little bit confused.
You are very insistente. Así que mejor te escucho y me quedo callada por el resto de la noche.
So I better listen to you and I'm quiet for the rest of the night.
Oh no, cringe.
Watching
no
them
es
sit.
bueno! You fucking dropped the ball there, right? Patton Oswalt catching strays today. Yeah, fuck him. He's a funny guy. It's fine. He's got millions of dollars. He doesn't care what I say. He understands. It's funny. It's just being silly.
That dinner table gave me a weird sense of deja vu. It's like we've seen this exact scenario play out multiple times before, right down to the awkward silence and Big Ed's clueless face. Somehow, after
But this one was like a speed run. I gotta say that. Like, she caught on to his shit super quick. Probably because she's older than all the others. She's like, yeah, I've seen men like you before. Also, Alchemist Alkor's using Faster Than Light, FTL soundtrack in the background. I just realized that's what it is. That's beautiful. Wonderful. What impeccable taste.
After all these social cues, he is still none the wiser at what is happening. The final nail in the coffin came the very next day, when Big Ed booked a yacht for a romantic sunset cruise. There was just one tiny problem. Kaory never answered him, despite Ed spamming her phone like a desperate telemarketer trying to hit a sales quota. She completely ghosted his ass, and in the end, the grand romantic date on a yacht turned into Big Ed and his mom drifting across the water alone, which might be the funniest and saddest image this entire storyline has produced. And so, as expected,
But I love it though. That is how it's gonna end up, except his mom's gonna be dead. She's nice. I'm sorry it has to happen. Oh my god. I was hanging out with my kids the other night, like, you know, before bed, telling stories and stuff. And my 3, almost 4-year-old looks up at me and says, "Dad, I hope you never have to get old." Like, bro, I'm already sort of old, man. But yeah, that I'm gonna keep that in my heart forever. Dad, I hope you never have to get old. Well, yeah, but I'm knocking on the door of 40. You don't realize how old I am yet. I guess I don't either. If you make it to 60, you might get hit by a bus.
this man took all the wrong lessons from the entire situation. He didn't once stop to think, maybe I pushed too hard, or maybe I bulldozed every boundary that my potential partner was trying to set. Instead, he acted like the universe had wronged him personally. The simple fact is, if he's romantically interested in someone, his brain immediately goes into overdrive and he tries to force the connection instead of letting it grow naturally. After their final goodbye that happened off camera, that was finally it.
Do you think he's media poisoned, chat? Is that his main problem? Because that might be his main problem. He just doesn't realize how relationships develop organically. But like after 60 years, you'd hope he would. Jesus.
Kaory vanished not just from Ed's life, but from the show entirely. This was the best decision she could have made, since the situation was nothing short of a tragedy. If this Mexico saga proved anything, it's that Ed isn't unlucky in love, he is the common denominator in every disaster he creates. The misery still wasn't over though, because back in the US he was hit with another blow. His dog, Teddy, unfortunately passed away. Teddy had been sick for a while, so sadly his death was something everyone knew was coming.
Well, yeah, but you probably accelerated it by taking him out of his element. Like, come on, elderly sick dog, we're traveling to another country. And the dog's like, oh no, I just want to be in a warm place that I know well. Nope, it's a hotel for you. You'll sit on my lap and people will try and pet you. And then, yeah, the dog keeled over when he got home. What a mystery. I wonder why that would happen.
But the hardest part was, was I had to pull myself together.
Yeah, John Hughes.
And I had to wrap him in a blanket.
John Hughes ruined an entire generation.
One thing that nobody can deny is that Big Ed genuinely loved that dog. He dragged him everywhere, from convenience stores to dates to international trips, including the chaotic adventure in Mexico.
And yeah, like I said, that was probably a fucking mistake. And truly, like, you love your dogs. I understand people's love for their dogs, but nobody else gives a shit about your dog. And sorry, not sorry. Yeah, I can't share in his sadness. I didn't know the dog. Just a little dog. You dragged it to Mexico. It was old. Of course it died. What do you expect?
The reason this moment is so important to the story is because it soon became the launchpad for the absolute clusterfuck that was about to unfold. While grieving, Big Ed received a bouquet of flowers from someone he knew, along with a message offering condolences. He reached out to this person to say thanks, which in the end turned into a date. A date that was filmed on camera. A date that would wrap up his final appearance on the Single Life Season 2.
And that person
Oh my
is my girlfriend,
God.
Liz.
Oh no! Yes, it was Liz. The same Liz who swore up and down during the reunion that she was done with him forever. The same Liz who watched him cry fake tears on TV.
Well, she cried real tears is the thing. Like, yeah, she's got some baggage. I'm not gonna unpack it here. I think probably you should sort it all out before subjecting the kid. Like, as bad as I feel for the dog, I feel much worse for the kid still. And we never even saw the kid. It's like, yeah, completely kept off camera. But you moved into Big Ed's house and all this shit, and then you presumably had to move out. Like, you don't see all these ugly parts, you know? The producers aren't there filming on moving day. That would be cruel. Nobody would use the moving day footage. Maybe they did film it. That would make moving so much harder. Anyway.
TV and then run off to Las Vegas to party with his sugar babies. That
Sugar
Liz.
babies.
Not only were they seeing each other again, they were engaged.
I am engaged.
Oh my god.
We're engaged.
Sorry, but what the actual fuck is happening here? There is so much to unpack in this revelation that it practically requires a flowchart. It's really impossible to understand how these two ended up back together, and the
Could it be just the paycheck? It's gotta be, doesn't it? He's a neckbeard. She said hi, we're dating now. Yeah, do you want to get married? Do you want to meet my mom tomorrow? He doesn't want to get you pregnant, though. He's like, I'm too old for all that. Can't be chasing no kids around. I'm 60 years old, god damn it.
The most disturbing part is how fast this reconnection happened. Let's break it all down using some math. This segment of the show was filmed roughly 2 weeks after Big Ed returned from Mexico. In the episode, Liz says they'd been back together for 8 days at that point. 8 days. Which means that literally 1 week before their reunion, this Casanova was still whispering sweet nothings into Kaory's ear, telling her how she is the one, talking about marriage, acting like he finally found true love. And not even a week later, he's already proposing to another woman. I'm actually at a loss for words. How do you even process that level of emotional whiplash?
He's a maniac. He's a fucking maniac is really the start and the end of it. I don't know how to process it outside of that. What the actual hell? She wanted to get more famous, maybe? Yeah, I guess. The paychecks keep coming in. Why rock the boat? I can throw my mental well-being out the window for a paycheck. I guess that's ironic. Then again, everybody kind of does, you know, in small ways at least. Waiting to inherit his money after he dies. Yeah, the 4 M's in Tagalog. I can't remember what it is. Mamatayan? Mamatayan? I'll have to look it up. But yeah, it basically means a rich what's that? Rich man dies fast. Old men are rich and they die fast or something like that. But it starts with 4 M's. It sounds really good in Tagalog. Whatever, it's fine.
And because Big Ed is the very embodiment of the word class, he made sure to brag on camera about how much he paid for the engagement ring, as if his fiance were some kind of a hooker he could buy off the street.
The ring was worth every penny. 13,100 reasons for Liz not to leave me.
With that disturbing twist, the two are now engaged, marking the end of the Single Life Season 2. Naturally, this leads us into yet another unbearable reunion episode, one where every single person in the room is baffled as to why Liz keeps giving this man another chance. First off, another contestant by the name of Colt, who was never a big fan of Big Ed to begin with, something that was painfully
Colt is still sitting there with his mommy. I would like to unpack Colt. We should do more 90 Days stuff. I don't know if you guys are interested. It's kind of funny, though. Lauren Allen is the one I really want to get into, but I can't find the clips where he's looking really sad and eating the bananas. I think it's only a couple minutes long anyways. Like, some of the recent stuff, he looks like he's kind of doing okay. It's mostly fine. I hope he
during
got
the
cured,
previous
though.
season's reunion didn't hold back this time either. His mom, Debbie, also stepped up with some fiery commentary, meaning these two were practically the only people willing to call out Big Ed to his face, and there was a lot to call out.
Whoever you pay or is stupid enough to do it for free is like, hey, can you break up with my broad for me?
Well,
I just fucked her and left her. I don't want to write a long message, and my grammar ain't too good.
Oh, you talk like a fucking mushmouth. Can I say that? I mean, I've been punched in the head a few times in my day, but you talk like a real illiterate idiot. What are you even trying to say right now? He's all hopped up. He thinks he's the big man on camera. I'd love to knock him down a peg.
Liz, you gotta wake up.
13K is crazy. That's
You're
true.
using her. You are desperate.
Who's not?
You're desperate.
Right out of the gate, the man of the hour tried pulling the victim card again, dragging his dead
just
dog into the
cry.
conversation.
Therapy.
Dead dog. Imagine I got up here, like literally within the past beginning of this year, we've had two of 3 dogs passed away. And yeah, it fucked me up. I did not like that at all. But you don't bring that baggage along. You definitely don't drag it out as like the sympathy card. You guys feel bad for me, okay? I don't need that fucking. I throw it out the window.
Lost Teddy.
It's a good Sunday fun day. I think it is, dude. I think that's
And
sort of
then
what I
came
want to
the
do for a
biggest
little bit. and
brain-melting
see if it
moment of the
vibes.
entire episode. These two tried to convince everyone that all the times Big Ed broke up with Liz over text, 8 times according to their own account, that it wasn't actually coming from him. No, apparently it was someone else in his life sending those messages from his phone.
What I recently found out is anytime he broke up with me, it wasn't him messaging me.
It was somebody else writing it for me.
Yeah.
So, what they're really asking us to believe
it's like Wolfbeard, Miss Piggy. I don't know, fucking delusional type of stuff going on right now. That's absolutely wild. Yeah, it wasn't me. It was my friend. All those 8 times that we broke up. Oh, that makes it better. Okay, I'm back in now. What the fuck?
is that an unknown mystery gremlin was repeatedly sabotaging Big Ed's relationship by firing off breakup texts like some kind of unhinged fairy. It's quite possibly one of the most mentally deranged explanations ever offered on TLC, and you truly have to hear it with your own ears to grasp how insane it is.
I had no
What's
idea
even more
until
tragic
just
is that
now.
Liz genuinely seems to believe this nonsense. The level of cope that is radiating off of these two is truly astonishing. Debbie, bless her soul, served another massive reality check straight to their faces.
Liz, were you aware that those 6 months while he's getting his brain together, that he was out sniffing around for somebody that would appreciate him and say yes? The only reason he wasn't with those women is because they turned him down.
That's why Colt talks all fucking weird. His mom's a mushmouth too. What's going on there, you guys? Is it your toothpaste? Is it something you eat regularly that's dissolved your jawbones and now your teeth are all wiggly? So you gotta talk like this all the time? What the fuck is that? But yeah, go off, I guess. How can you be so mean to me, Debbie? Well, yeah, I just got it back for you, Champ Blaze. There you go.
One of the other contestants also pointed out the obvious, that Big Ed bragging about the price of the engagement ring was basically him attempting to buy Liz's loyalty, which for some reason made Liz really angry.
It was really rude. I mean, you can say a lot of shit, but that was fucking rude.
The real question she should be asking herself is this: how the hell does Big Ed know she is the one this time? This is a man who was professing his love to Kaory in Mexico literally 1 week before reconnecting with Liz. A man who was ready to propose to a completely different woman, and then 8 days later he suddenly soulmates with someone else? This is desperation on steroids. Big Ed will latch onto any woman who gives him attention for more than 5 minutes, and relationships built on that kind of delusion will always crash and burn. We could say that the fallout of this disaster was already happening, happening, because you may have noticed that Big Ed's mother and daughter were nowhere to be seen in this reunion episode. The reason behind it is because they want nothing to do with this situation. His relationship with his family is strained as hell, since they all think this engagement is a terrible idea. Even one of his friends,
which it is. Maybe they removed all their teeth to apologize for some slight. That could be. I hadn't considered that. Usually I would go for like a finger, you know, a joint at least. You try and talk them down, haggle them down to like just the tip of the ring finger. I gave you the first the first joint of my ring finger. Okay, go ahead, take it before I change my mind. Did she go full Latina look because she found out he was looking for Latinas? I don't know, dude. Maybe she is. I mean, she, like I said, she's got baggage. She's clearly deranged in some way. So that's fun. They can live out their derangement on TLC. TLC will provide the paycheck. It's more common than you'd think. Dude, that freaks me out, man. Did I slight you in some way? Do I lose my teeth now? It's fucked up. I need them for stuff. Steak, mostly. Oh, steak is so good. I'm gonna have a steak! I missed Steak Sunday today. Spent most of the day fucking trying to drive to the mall and stuff. Anyway.
Friends who did show up in the episode openly disapproved of this whole thing. Big Ed even said out loud that he's choosing Liz over everyone else in his life. He's so deep in this mess that he's ready to burn every bridge he has just to keep this chaotic relationship alive.
Cool.
I've chosen Liz over everyone, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not going to turn my back on my daughter or my mom, and if they want to turn their back on me, that's up to them.
That same friend then dropped a massive reality check that basically summed up this entire circus.
Rich, do you think Ed and Liz are a good couple?
I think they're actually meant for each other, honestly.
Why, Rich?
Because they're both insecure and they're both selfish. And it's a perfect match.
So what is the takeaway here? It is clear that we are looking at a massive rabbit hole. What we see on camera, the blow-ups, the manipulation, is just the tip of an iceberg made of pure dysfunction. Whatever actually led to this rekindled relationship, whatever is going on off camera, it's impossible to understand. At this point, your guess is as good as mine. And with that, Big Ed's time.
It's kind of terrifying, though, isn't it? To unravel what all this means. And the part that I really can't get over is like, yeah, why is it always single moms? Does he want to be Uncle Ed? You know, Uncle Ed with the nasty, the nasty proclivity. It's not outside the realm of possibility. That's fucking the most terrifying part. DLC's enabling that shit! They don't care. Toddlers and tiaras. So who mentioned that earlier? I think it was Brian. Yeah, they're never gonna do that again. Thank God. They shouldn't do this either. They have just a contract that says no. No kids involved at all, ever. Complicating the kid's life for a paycheck. It's crazy.
I'm on 90 Day, the single life officially came to an end. All that was left was to place him carefully into yet another TLC spin-off and squeeze even more juice out of this human orange.
I call him a blueberry because he's tiny, but orange is a good choice. I told you, Alkor's a poet. Sometimes we disagree artistically. I mean, I disagree autistically, essentially.
Since Ed technically found love again and is now engaged, the big question was where would TLC shove him next to keep milking this train wreck. By the end of 2022, the answer arrived in the form of 7th season of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, yet another spin-off designed to follow him and Liz as they attempt to get married under even more chaotic, drama-ridden circumstances. In retrospect, this season might showcase some of the worst behavior Big Ed ever displayed on camera, and you'll see why soon enough. First off, they bring a new dog into the household to fill the void left by Teddy. For a brief moment it actually seems wholesome, but that tiny bubble of peace pops almost immediately because the tense situations start rolling in pretty fast. Take this venue visit for example. Liz brought two of her friends along for the tour, and something that surprised absolutely no one was that they also didn't support this relationship, and they sure as hell weren't shy about saying so.
There was 8 breakups.
Yeah.
There was 8 freaking breakups. That's a lot of breakups.
It's a lot of breakups.
So what's gonna make it different this time?
Good question.
If you look behind
Good question. Did he say the thing about his friend again? Not me that wrote the breakup thing. It's totally my friend or whatever. That's what really happened. I love when Eastern Europeans narrate things. I think that's part of the magic for me too, Brian. I got a friend named Waldar who has exactly this accent, and it's a pleasure to play video games with him just because he's always talking. It's not full Russian. Eastern European. I don't know what to call it.
the cynicism, they raised some legitimate questions about this wedding, like who is even going to attend their engagement party. Considering the last reunion episode where Big Ed said some harsh words for both his mother and his daughter, combined with the fact that he's still not on good terms with either of them, the answer to that question might be something depressing.
Baltic?
His mother isn't even answering his calls anymore, which paints a pretty bleak picture. If you remember Rich, one of the very few people still willing to stay in contact with Big Ed, even he would catch some heat very soon. His disapproval of the relationship was enough to set off yet another wave of unnecessary drama.
If you walk across the street and you got hit by a car once, wouldn't I say, hey Ed, are you sure you want to cross this fucking street again?
I'm choosing her over everyone. My mom doesn't accept her. My daughter doesn't accept her.
Like, that's a selling point for him. He's self-destructive enough that it is a selling point for him. He loves to be a victim. It's how he's gotten by his whole life. I'm just silly little Big Ed. Why you want to fight a funny little guy? I'd love to fight him. God. He doesn't have much like chin motion, you know? Like you literally would like twist his whole spine if you catch him in the chin.
What about your mom right now?
Slowly but surely, Big Ed is pushing away basically everyone who genuinely cares about him. What's more, that's the least of our concerns right now, because we still have to watch these two lovebirds try to build up this newfound romance, and during this phase, some pretty fucked up personal issues came to the spotlight. At one point, the topic of having kids comes up, and Liz reveals that after her first daughter, she had 2 miscarriages, leaving her with only 1 functioning tube. In other words, getting pregnant again is now a legitimate medical risk. This was an incredibly sad moment, and for once, Big Ed actually managed to read the room and react accordingly. Unfortunately, that brief moment of awareness didn't last long. Later in that same episode, the inner creep comes right back out in full force. You might have forgotten that this man is a professional photographer, one of the few areas where he's actually been successful. So when one of Liz's friends, Alex, who happens to be a model, asked him for a photo shoot, things went down the predictably horrible route. During the meetup, all of the familiar, worrying
Oh no. Oh no. The producers set it up. They had to have. Liz is gonna feel really insecure about this. You can't force them to be lecherous, or I guess you can, you know? How deep does their influence go? I think a lot of it is just him being a creep and can get away with anything he wants. You put your hand on his forehead and he swings at you and misses like a little kid. Yeah. He doesn't have the reach. He can't get in. What's he gonna do? Hit me in the elbow? Okay, go ahead.
Behaviors start to show themselves, like when Ed is blatantly flirting with her friend while completely sidelining Liz, who's trying to learn something about photography. This turns into yet another argument, right in front of Alex for that matter, who's just standing there watching this happy couple turn a minor disagreement into a full-blown fight.
It looks like she has no neck.
Dude, that's so awkward. It looks like she has no neck. He's like, what the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean no neck? Oh, we all saw that one coming. Come on.
No, it doesn't.
Well, like here. I mean, that's just my
No.
thought. It looks like...
Yeah, don't ever say that in front of her. You're not here to critique my work.
No,
I'm trying to teach
I'm
you
not
what I'm
critiquing
doing.
it. I'm not critiquing. I'm trying to tell you what I like.
Right.
Embarrassing doesn't even scratch the surface of what is on my mind right now. And of course, all of this ends with a flimsy, half-assed apology that fixes absolutely nothing. After a very brief moment of peace, the cracks start widening again, marking the beginning of a steep downhill ride that will inevitably end in yet another disaster. You can already measure the scale of this upcoming fallout just by listening to how they talk about their relationship. Take the conversation Liz has with her friend Alex, for example. During this meeting, a lot of uncanny stuff comes to light, like how Ed keeps showing Liz old photos of herself when she was much thinner, asking if she'd consider looking like that again. Which is a mind-blowing suggestion, considering that he himself looks like those fucking disgusting ogres from Dark Souls 2.
Asian women age like a bottle of wine, and they're sweet.
Where does this man even get the confidence to ask something like that? And what's worse, it doesn't even stop here. Around this time, Liz posts a deeply disturbing message on Instagram saying she's tired of being criticized and can't wait to get fired and be single again. She deleted it later, so it was probably written in a moment of pure frustration.
Okay, well then I want to see it. Just a few weeks ago, I've been criticized about my weight. Just a few weeks ago, I've been criticized about being, maltreated and not standing up for women or girls. A few weeks ago, I've been criticized about wanting to eat and having cravings because of my hormones, and I can't justify myself about being skinny and me being pounds overweight. Just a few weeks ago, I just wanted to be me. Hashtag. Am I supposed to worry about being thin, or am I supposed to worry about being me? I accept the fact that I am about true to myself on being on TLC and Pillow Talk and Happily Ever After and 90 Day Fiance. Friggin' 90 Day the Single Life. I don't give a shit! I'm tired of being me. I'm being belittled and creating a lifestyle that will never be me. I can't wait to be fired. I can't wait to be dumped and single. Here we go. I'm not gonna play this life. Yeah, well, you gotta stick with your words is the problem. Like, yeah, I am fucking lashing out in a moment of frustration. But, yeah, well, moments of weakness happen. It's whatever. But if that's how you really felt, then you'd take the steps to fucking change it. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? I would. Okay.
But the level of emotional exhaustion bleeding through her words is impossible to ignore. Her physical looks also reflect this. She constantly looks worn out, a stark contrast to the more vibrant version of her when she first appeared on the show.
What I
Meanwhile,
said.
Big Ed continues to operate with a shocking lack of self-awareness. On top of everything, both his mother and daughter are still giving him absolute radio silence despite his desperate attempts to contact them. That is especially alarming, considering that the engagement party is right around the corner. Hopefully, he'd get a chance to cool off and reset his brain a bit, because Liz decided it was time for him to meet her grandparents, people who, for all intents and purposes, are basically her parents since they are the ones who actually raised her. You can probably imagine everyone's shock when, within seconds of greeting them, Big Ed decides it's the perfect moment to make a joke about how he and Liz are having sex on multiple occasions.
So what have you guys been up to?
I know one thing they got
What
up
kind
to.
of mischief?
Hey, we've been making love. I'm just kidding.
Even if you ignore
Holy shit, man. Social cripple. But even that, like, after 60 years, come on. What the fuck?
that horrifically inappropriate comment, it's pretty clear that her grandparents, especially her grandfather, are not thrilled about this engagement. They express real, thoughtful concerns about their future, concerns that Liz tries desperately to smooth over, but the skepticism on their faces says everything. It's almost tragic that everyone in these people's lives can see the obvious incoming divorce, everyone except them. These concerns become more justified by the time the godforsaken engagement party rolls around. Shockingly, the evening actually starts pretty well. Big Ed's family is nowhere to be found, obviously, but Liz's mother offers some genuine words of support.
You have taken care of her, and you have brought my baby girl back from a dark, dark place.
For a brief moment, the
You have brought her back. Good job that you brought her back. They're just, yeah, idiocracy coming to a town near you.
The atmosphere is warm, the drinks are flowing, the party is going great, and it absolutely boils my blood that this gremlin still manages to destroy everything with just a few sentences over the dumbest shit imaginable.
Isn't that so
So the party
hilarious?
is kind of wrapping up, and I see a friend of Liz grab her by the arm. I know her. She's a lesbian, and this looks like an emotional fight.
I will try to explain what actually happened even though the details are fuzzy. Apparently, there was a certain female guest present at the party who at some point pulled Liz aside to start a conversation. We still don't know what they actually talked about, but what we do know is that this conversation soon turned into a massive fight to a point where even security had to step in and remove the female guest. Supposedly, this person is a lesbian and an old friend of Liz, and everyone thought this might be one of the reasons behind the emotional confrontation.
So what? It's all speculation. He's as insecure about women as he is about men? It must be exhausting.
Anyone looking from the outside would see this situation for what it is, a messy moment caused by one guest who was out of line. End of story. Unfortunately, this wasn't the case for Ed. His insecurity started oozing out of every pore of his red sweaty head. Because this friend was gay, he instantly jumped to jealousy. He was so jealous, in fact, that instead of waiting until the next morning, or literally any private moment, he decided he needed to confront Liz about it right there at the engagement party.
He's not in a relationship with her.
Seriously?
That's what it looked like.
Seriously?
Later.
Oh, yourself.
No.
No,
Baby.
go have fun if that's what you're gonna think.
Understandably, Liz absolutely lost her shit and stormed out of the building. And when I say she stormed out, I don't mean she took a breather and came back. I mean she ran out and left the entire event. What followed was a full emotional breakdown on camera, with Big Ed calling her over and over while simultaneously telling the camera crew that she was the problem, that she was the drunk one, that she was out of control.
I think that Liz is drunk, and she's not thinking. So I'm trying to call Liz. She's not picking up the phone. I'm worried about her safety. That's all I'm worried about.
The level of gaslighting on display should be studied in psychology classes. When he finally got
real, dude. Like, what? There's a no-win situation. It's good that she ran because how do you handle that? Either no, we weren't in a relationship, and yeah, probably that's a lie. Or be honest about it and fucking... Then he has the card to freak out. And you know he will. He loves to be the victim, like I said. Here it comes, the ring toss. Oh, 13K! Down the fucking toilet. You love to see it. Alright, let's go.
Got Liz on the phone, he started berating her, telling her she ruined the night for her mom and grandmother and that she was the one out of line.
It's your fault.
Liz,
it always has been.
You ruined the entire evening for
You
your
ruined
mom,
it.
for your grandma. You are out of control. You're drunk.
Shut
control.
Liz, you're embarrassing yourself.
I'm not embarrassing myself.
The argument that followed was devastating, and Liz would even throw away her engagement ring. An absolute catastrophe of a night, one that, unbelievably...
They skipped over it quick. Where the fuck did she put it? In a ocean? Or a fence post? Looked like it went down a fence post.
The argument that followed was devastating, and Liz would even throw away her engagement ring. An absolute catastrophe of a night,
The garbage?
one that, unbelievably,
Somebody dug through
started out
that
quite
shit.
decent, and it all could have been avoided if fragile egos and 10-year-old emotional maturity were not running the show. If you remember, these two geniuses live in the same house, so it wasn't exactly hard to predict that they'd run into each other pretty damn fast. And by fast, I mean the camera crew was still in the house when Liz finally came home.
Liz, she was a lesbian that you were in a relationship with. She got physical with you.
When?
And you denied it.
When?
You tell me. Liz, when we split up, you were both men and women. I don't want to argue with you anymore.
Show me proof.
I don't want to argue with you
Show me
anymore.
proof.
The dog is like, what? Hey, you guys, you're being loud, I won't be loud too. Shut up, dog. We don't need your input.
Ed?
No matter
I
whose
love
side you
dog.
personally lean towards, whether you think Big Ed's at fault for accusing his fiancée of the dumbest shit imaginable, or you think Liz's reaction was too explosive, this entire confrontation inside their home exposed Ed as pathetic, insecure man-child. It's truly hard to figure
Again?
out what his
Gosh,
actual
I'm
issue
shocked.
even is. He keeps insisting that Liz must have had something romantic with her friend in the past and never told him,
So
or
what?
that maybe she still has something going on right now, which makes zero sense
Probably she
considering
does.
Liz literally threw that friend out of the party when things got physical. That alone should have told Big Ed all he needed to know. He then escalates the whole thing even further by straight up asking Liz if she is a lesbian.
I like when they shoot him from the back. This is the most comical angle. It looks like an AI hallucination. It's just like the restroom sign going into the bedroom. We're like walking POV behind a fucking thumb. Oh, good lord. This is AI 5 years ago. No, not even 5. Maybe 3, 4.
Are you a lesbian?
I have no physical attraction to any females. Period.
Why? Why the fuck would he even say that?
Unless-
It's almost like he's desperately searching for a reason to sabotage his own relationship. This actually made me develop a theory, which is that this man doesn't actually want to get married. Subconsciously, he knows he gets bored the second a woman actually gives him a real chance. So instead, he keeps manufacturing drama to avoid walking down the aisle, all while milking this circus for more airtime. I could talk about this for hours, but we need to shift our focus back to this fight, because this is the point where
Okay, but that is a really good theory. I mean, again, armchair psychology, bubblegum pop maybe, but I think it holds water, personally.
the confrontation hits its boiling stage.
Why do you hang out with people you shouldn't hang out with?
I'm not hanging out with anybody because you know what? You don't let me hang out with anybody.
Because they're all trashy.
Liz starts
They're all
revealing even more
trashy.
controlling behavior her fiancé has been displaying of
How trashy do you gotta be for Big Ed to consider you trashy? That's what I want to know.
camera, and Big Ed responds, you guessed it, with his trademark brand of gaslighting. My personal favorite moment is when he insists he doesn't call Liz fat, he just gives her positive hints.
And I also eat pie, and I have a sweet tooth. I'm overweight too.
You could even fit into your. Am I overweight, Ed?
Liz, why are you using the
Am
F word?
I overweight?
No. I've never called Liz fat. I'll drop positive hints.
The nerve on this man is something truly extraordinary.
Positive hints about eating pie. Very subtle. Hey, welcome in, Horsey. Good to see ya. We're still going on Big Ed here. We'll see how far we
Even
might make it to
after
the end.
all
I
of
don't
this,
know.
he's still obsessively ranting about Liz's supposed sexual orientation, even though she
Surprise!
explained herself about 15 different times.
I like
I love
surprises.
you. I want to marry you, but until I get every single question answered, I'm not going to marry
What's
you.
your question?
The woman
Question me.
that the altercation that you had grabbed, were you in a physical relationship with her?
To make things even more ridiculous, I stumbled across a Reddit post supposedly written by the partner of the lesbian friend in question. According to them, the entire situation was a stupid misunderstanding that spiraled into unnecessary drama, which is exactly what most of us already concluded without even needing the extra evidence.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Whether
read
the
it.
post is real or not, it just highlights how dumb this whole situation truly is. Back to our lovebirds, after the screaming, gaslighting, accusations,
I find that most drama is dumb when it comes down to it. There's a whole lot of fucking noise, pomp and circumstance. None of it really means anything. We're all just waiting for the heat death of the universe, aren't we? Entropy's gonna retake it all, build while you're here. But like, these people don't really build anything. You know? It's just sort of the worst of humanity on showcase because we can't stop fucking watching. It's Jersey Shore, but now they're growing up and getting married or whatever. Oh no.
and total emotional implosion, their fight ends the night, with their
He called her
relationship on
fat.
extremely
No,
shaky.
he totally did. I eat pie too. I'm overweight too. also as well, along with you. He did, definitely. Welcome in Chelsea as well, Z. That's good to see you guys. We're just watching a little Big Ed. We started a couple hours ago. We're maybe winding down. It's just with Liz the rest of the time, making each other miserable, which maybe is the most fun part, you know, in a marriage. Like, hey, we've been together this long. We know exactly how to needle each other. Isn't that great?
Ground. At this point, cancelling the wedding was a real possibility, something that probably would have been the best outcome for everyone involved. It's almost comical how these two managed to bring out the absolute worst in each other. After things finally cooled down a little, Liz came to the obvious realization that she had left the $13,000 engagement ring in some random person's bushes during her meltdown. So naturally, she had to drag herself back out there in the middle of the night to find it, which she eventually did. Believe it or not, in the morning, Big Ed decides to bring up the same bullshit again about Liz potentially dating women and secretly being gay. He doesn't just mention it, he starts yet another argument, once again being combative and completely unreasonable.
When we first got together, you told me that you would be with a woman if it wasn't for me.
You broke my heart so bad that I didn't want to have another breakup.
You drink to a point where you can't stand up.
Every single night.
I've never drank to the point where I can't stand up.
You told me when you were drunk the other night that you would rather sleep with Alex her than me.
At this point, I am beyond flabbergasted. How many times do we need to repeat the same tired points before the obvious truth sticks in that walnut-sized brain of his? Here is the part that really fries my circuits. Everything Liz is being accused of is microscopic compared to the shit Big Ed does. This is the same guy who immediately ran off with his sugar babies to Vegas the moment he broke up with Liz. The same guy who drunkenly joked that he would totally sleep with her friend Alex, the same Alex he met during the photo shoot. If anyone should be on trial here, it's him. Somehow, Big Ed still has the nerve, the audacity to cry at the end of the episode, as if he was the one wounded here, as if this whole disaster wasn't almost entirely his fault.
We don't like to fight.
We don't like to fight. My fucking kids do that voice all the time. It's hot with the memes. Yeah, wavy boys. It's hilarious. Yeah, the dog is shield to Liz from hitting him. What is that? He's using the dog as a shield so Liz doesn't hit him. I think that's what you meant. I undermeant what you stood. He's never drank to the point where he couldn't turn his head. Oh yeah, I want you to lean your head back and touch your finger to your nose with your eyes closed. And be like, officer, I can't actually lean my head back. They'd have to like crank him back on a car jack or something like that. Self-sabotage at its finest? Yeah, completely. We've been watching it for hours at this point. I'm sort of becoming numb. At first I was enraged, you know? It's like the stages of grief that I went through. And now I think I've just accepted it. He's just a fucking weird little guy. And he will be. He's you can't teach an old dog new tricks. He's set in his ways now.
This sucks, but Liz said a lot of things.
Try to put yourself in this situation for a moment. What would you do if you were stuck in a relationship this toxic, this chaotic, this emotionally draining? If your first instinct is to say I'd break up and run, well, according to our star couple, you'd be completely wrong, because clearly the solution to this mountain of issues is couples therapy. And so this therapy is exactly what we are forced to watch next.
Why didn't we
the
just
conversations
do this
before and after their session really highlight just how much shit Liz has been through in her life. We always knew things weren't great, but the more she opens up, the more depressing it gets. She talks about being cheated in the past relationships, about periods where she literally had to sleep in her car. It paints a picture of someone who's been emotionally beaten down for so long that chaos feels normal. Maybe that's the reason why she keeps running back to Big Ed. In therapy, she admits she wanted to pick up more shifts at the restaurant where she works to save money, to feel secure, to avoid hitting rock bottom again. To everyone listening, that makes perfect sense. But then the real issue comes out. The reason she hasn't been working more is because Big Ed doesn't want her staying late.
Lately, I haven't tried to pick up any shifts because there's a conflict of kind of making Ed feel secure that I'm not out late or anything like that. So it's just hard.
Damn. I do feel real bad for that girl, you know? Fucking... she doesn't know which way up is no more. Got it all fucking twisted up and yeah. Trying to get out there and do for herself and he's just like, no! You're out too late. It's like, well, do you believe she's a good woman or not? You put a fucking ring on it. Do you trust her? I think that's what it really comes down to.
I want Liz to work. I want Liz to have her own life. And I have to admit, based on the past, that Liz going back to work does scare me.
At the end of the day though, we have to give Liz some agency. She has every possible reason to throw this relationship into a dumpster, set it on fire and walk away without looking.
Yeah,
but she
that's
doesn't.
true.
She keeps returning, she keeps trying, she keeps absorbing the blows and hoping that things will magically get better. No amount of couples therapy in the universe can fix something that was never built on solid.
What the fuck is with the blankets? Is that a thing they do in couples therapy? I never had to do couples therapy. I just talk it out like a human with my partner. Like, these people are so fucking incapable of communicating what they need. Obviously that's something she wants to do. Go back to work. Do for herself. Maybe build up a little nest egg so she doesn't have to live under your fucking... under your roof, under your rules, you know, scrounging what little gold she can into her knapsack to eventually make her escape into the cold, dark night with nothing but her child in her arms while it's raining. Ed, you're a monster. Overtime means infidelity, don't you see? Yeah, he's got it all figured out. What a fucking big brain. Barefoot in the kitchen, but the taco pasta ruined it all. I mean, yeah, she does make a hell of a taco pasta. Taco salad. No, you said taco pasta. What the fuck? Yeah. I think if you don't want her to go out and work overtime, then you need to bring in more big bucks. You know what I mean? You need to up the allowance a little bit and stuff like that. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to be this insecure, especially if you're in need, which I don't know if they are. Those TLC paychecks thinning out a bit, probably with the ratings. They're like, people don't care that much about you guys anymore. They know you're a train wreck. They don't tune in every week. It's like, yeah. I looked like after 5 years, I'm like, okay. There's a comprehensive documentary from somebody who I enjoy his content, Alchemist Alkor. Shout out. 7,000 subscribers. What a criminal. Fucking criminal. Somebody should go over and subscribe. He does great documentaries. Anyway.
Ground in the first place. And while we are on the topic, it seems that their two dogs are also getting the fucking therapy now. Because apparently their behavior was so terrible that it created yet another strain on the people living in that house. Anyway, back to our two masterminds, they finally seem to be on a somewhat stable.
These two masterminds, you know why their dogs are ill-behaved? Because they don't spend any fucking time with them to train them. You just throw food in a bowl and walk away, when really you're supposed to sit and speak and shake and lay down and spin around or whatever the fuck. And then they wait and wait and wait. And then they look at you in the eyes. You gave me this food, master. And then you say, okay. And then the dog knows who the fucking boss is. Like, that's literally if you bare minimum. But they're not gonna do that. They're too concerned with when the next Mai Tai's coming or whatever the fuck. You should not have animals, clearly.
Ground, for now at least. Naturally, Liz brings up the whole issue of her not working enough, and even though Big Ed still doesn't seem completely thrilled about the idea of her picking up more shifts, he tries to act supportive. In a way, it's weird seeing them have a normal conversation about their future without someone screaming or completely ruining the moment. We even get more footage of them hanging out, and by that, I mean buying the most unnecessary, stupid shit you can find on today's market to fill time and burn money. Today, it's a massage table because they wanted a spa day at home. During this segment, you just can't help it but ask.
A spa table for a massage day at home. Oh, honey, we'll use this all the time. Oh, fucking will we? Will we really? Neat. Yeah, why not? Just, apparently we're working overtime and double shifts, but we have massage table money. Fucking... Okay. Whatever. Get to the taco salad. Did we pass the taco salad? That's not. It's a taco pasta. Where is that? I'm waiting for it.
Ask, why was something like this even filmed?
Oh my god, there's the Big Ed plush that Bears wanted. It actually exists and I hate it.
Liz is half naked on the table while Big Ed is massaging her, so wouldn't they be more comfortable if this was done in private? But just you wait, it gets much worse, because now it's Ed's turn and he starts into the room butt naked in front of the entire production crew, ready to get his own massage treatment. As if that wasn't enough, we were also forced to watch him getting his back hair ripped out with wax.
Okay. I love you.
Ow! Fuck. Oh my god, no! Holy shit. Okay!
For reasons I can't explain,
He's doing a really shitty job too. There's a lot of wax left on there, you know? It's not gonna be fun when you gotta pick that out. And taco pasta's toward the end. Okay, we'll get there.
Suddenly have the overwhelming urge to take the trash out.
Ed. Yeah, tune
I don't
in
know
for
why,
this, baby.
but my body is physically demanding me that I leave the room.
Yeah, I got to throw up a little bit. No shame in that. You're not as experienced as the ReddX Industries employees at moments of cringe and whatnot.
30, you're on a fucking show just talking about this shit.
This every day.
Kaiba super chatted $20. A guy named Alchemist Alkor made a 3-hour documentary-style video on Locale Live. It was as bad faith as possible, rolling on the floor.
Yes, let's go. Remember Dono. Yes. More
Fuck Alchemist
bad
Alkor.
faith.
Alchemist Alkor does have a documentary on Locale Live. We could watch it at some point. I think I've already watched it though. I usually, as soon as his stuff comes out, I'm like, yes, consume. But I saved it for you guys.
He makes more money than Alchemist Alkor's child support payments for all 18 years.
Then another brilliant idea enters the mix.
Yeah, cringe
Big Ed
immune.
proposes having another engagement
Like
party,
injecting myself
this
with
time
venom
in his
every day.
hometown in Arkansas, mostly because his family didn't attend the first one. Liz agrees, but she's clearly not thrilled about it, especially considering his own mother and daughter don't even support this marriage. In fact, they still don't even talk to him. Despite that massive issue that is still in the air, they would eventually travel to Arkansas. While he was recounting his early days, we got an even bigger glimpse into Ed's past, like how he was one of 6 kids, how his parents divorced, which eventually resulted in him moving to California with his mom, and so on. The words white trash was echoing through my mind while watching Ed strolling through his hometown in those hideous pink Crocs. For the love of God, take those abominations off your feet. Other than that, we also had a chance to meet his sister during.
You love me some fucking Crocs though. Does it get any easier? If I want to dress it up, I got like nice boots, you know. But I don't take them out of the closet for nothing. Most people, they get the Crocs. If you see me in fucking boots, I'm having a big day about town, okay?
during dinner. This gave us yet another example of how normal and down-to-earth his family is, while Big Ed himself feels like he came from a completely different gene seed. And so the second engagement party was already underway. This might surprise you, but our comedian once again couldn't stop himself from cracking some stupid sexual joke.
Hey, have you girls? Some things have, like last night at midnight. I'm just kidding.
I would like to
Yo, Green Gore. Fucking 50 ReddX memberships? That's wild, bro. Oh, dude. Fucking, where's my thing? Yeah. Wow. Who, how are these people being picked right now? It's like more people in the stream. Yeah, you fucking stop by? Gift membership from Green Gore. Holy shit, dude. Where's my button? All I have is this right now. Oh, fuck. I'm speechless. Yeah. How about this? Can I do that? Oh, I could, it's classic. Yeah, just play it. You know what it is.
We're no strangers to love.
You know the rules. So do I. Thank you, Green Gore. God damn. Coming on through. I appreciate you, man. Holy goodness. Now I gotta do the members only video. It's gonna take so long to read all of them. But it's awesome. I can't wait to get to DJ Poopsock. Shout out to you, DJ Poopsock, in advance. Fucking hey, dude. I love that. I love that. A good reminder. Sometimes I can't do Sunday fun days. Like next week, we're going back to ballin' out with the kids. I took wifey for the anniversary. It was so nice. She's like, let's go this weekend. I'm like, bro, that's short notice. You pump the brakes on that. But next weekend, I'm like, okay, we can do it. So, yeah, probably we're gonna miss next Sunday fun day. But like a couple a month, it's fine, right? Live streams. It's fun. I have a fucking good time with it. Also, I think before I got shocked by Green Gore's thing, I was gonna wonder about Ed's family. You know, they seem like almost normal. It really does seem like he hatched from an egg or something. They just found an egg on the doorstep. Like, I don't know, keep it in the barn. If it's in the barn, it'll keep warm. Rickroll him. Yeah, for 50 memberships, I'll rickroll every fucking person that has membership. You don't get it for free, okay? You also have to lose the game. Sorry, that's how it works. Welcome to ReddX Industries. We were gonna lose anyways. Family fun day. Yeah, it's important. The mall trip today that we did, we bought like inflatables and things like that. So, yeah, it'll be fun. Take them to the beach. Listen, it's an excuse for a beach day, and it's real important. You know, I gotta be a human sometimes. A lot of it is just fucking YouTube grind, fucking hackathon grind. But yeah, dad and father and husband is really fucking important too. You know, take the wife out on the Saturday night. She wants to put on her dancing shoes. You know. During the week, it's fucking grind time, though. Have you ever seen Financial Audit? Yo, fucking Green. Not the game. I was doing so well, too. It's I mean, I'm sorry, but also you're welcome. You know? Now we get to reset. Now we get to keep playing. Thanks so much for the... Yeah, fucking big money, man. I appreciate you, for real. Big Ed absolutely hatched. I believe that too. Have I seen Financial Audit? Is what I think I was answering. And yes, we watched it. I think we watched Boogies at some point. I think we did. And I see that guy on Twitter often. And yeah, I think financial literacy's cool, but I don't watch it regularly. Yeah, somebody asked me about how much money it would take to sell my dignity or whatever. 10 million was the price, okay? And get a low fucking interest investment, 400K a year. Okay, now I live off it forever. That's all it takes. Although it's a lot. It's a big ask. This is a big pull, but you know, you can do it. If all these fucking weirdos and psychopaths can do it, I think I could do it. I just don't want to step on any necks. That's my whole problem, really. We did watch one of those. Yeah, Once Upon a Time. I do recall. Anyway, yeah, Green Gore. Shit, man. What are you doing out here to me? He's like, this is for the week that you missed, too. All right, fuck. I appreciate you, man, for real. Fucking, January, February are like the shittiest times, but yeah, we weathered it without streaming. We're just like, okay, we'll do what we gotta do. And so it was. And so it continues to be no matter what. But shit like that really does help, dude. So thank you. Truly blessed for you and all those like you. I won't name names. Some of them know who they are. Fine.
Some things have, like last night at midnight. I'm just kidding.
I would like to laugh more about this gathering, but there isn't much to report. In short, here are some key takeaways.
Fuck.
The mother and daughter were again a no-show. Meanwhile, Liz openly voiced concerns about this whole wedding to some of the women that were listening. After a final toast, the party came to an end, mercifully without another meltdown. The two of them spent a
Oh, the one that Ed was talking to.
It came to an end, mercifully without...
Is that the guy? The other guy? He's like, you're the fully evolved version of me. Between Corey Johnson, goes Big Ed Corey Johnson, and then that big ham hawk hoss out of Arkansas killed his mama's pig in his backyard like minutes before you walked in here. He likes to do it too. He likes to see the light leave their eyes. He's sort of sick. Ed's like, we have that in common. And you got this red. Thanks, Hearts Anime. I fucking keep pushing, you know. It is hard to balance sometimes, boy. I tell you, but yeah, just keep your head down, you know. Fucking, if they could do it, I could do it. It's gonna be fine. Let's make some amazing shit while we're here.
Another
get hit by a bus tomorrow.
The two of
Then
them
I'd be sad
spent
I
a few
didn't do
more
all this
days
stuff.
hanging around Arkansas before finally heading back home. Overall, the trip was pretty uneventful, and that's probably for the best. There have already been more than enough incidents to last several lifetimes. The last thing anyone needed was yet another drama involving relatives. Don't get me wrong, more drama was absolutely on the way. The moment they returned to San Diego, new problems immediately started piling up. The biggest one involved Liz's ex-husband, who is in the military. He was being relocated, which created a massive issue because he had full custody of their daughter. If Liz were to take this to court,
Oh, a neckbeard financial audit? Yeah. Tag me in it. Like the Discord thing, whatever. I check it sometimes still. Mostly I'm in hackathon world, but I immediately was just like, we gotta put something together today, and holy shit, man. Morimoto came through, and then Green Gore came through like extra hard. I was like, I don't know if I should push through into the third hour of the stream. Oh my goodness. Very glad we did. Fucking bless you, dude. My hair's blown back a little bit.
The odds were clearly stacked against her. 2 divorces already on her resume, a very public relationship with a man that can only be described as a failed love experience.
And, oh my god!
The odds were clearly stacked against her.
He does look like he's about to rear end somebody real hard. He's going like 60. He's just like, oh shit! Oh my god! He'll never hurt his neck in a crash. Yeah, if he gets thrown forward, he just dies. Or maybe he's like a Weeple Wapple situation, you know? They don't fall down. Imagine what he saves, not having to buy neck pillows. Oh fuck, neck pillows are a scam, Chelsea. They got me with that one too. Actually, I do like them. They're very effective for me. My wife doesn't find much use. She's like, I can't fall asleep. I'll fall asleep anywhere. I have a fucking superpower. I'm just like, eyes closed for 7 minutes. Let's have a nap. Bracing for impact. Yeah, dude. It's so funny. That's perfect. Sorry about your condition, but how hilarious is it? He hits the airbag and makes a whoopee cushion sound. Yeah. He put that on purpose. He's the funny guy, remember? I don't have anything else. I gotta be the funny guy. No, that cuts me too deep too. So we do got a lot of cool shit. I just don't need to talk about it all the time. I don't need to broadcast on TLC. Although if they did, 10 million is my price.
Daughter,
One
if
year
Liz were to
contract.
take this to court,
Film it
the
all.
odds were clearly stacked against her. 2 divorces already on her resume, a very public relationship
Clown
with a
car
man
horn.
that can only be described as a failed lab experiment, and a chaotic on-screen life that anyone with a pulse could notice is in dire need of some stability. You could easily imagine a judge questioning her ability to provide the right environment for her child.
No, for
In
real.
a shocking twist, Big Ed actually seemed supportive. He talked about creating a more stable home for his future wife and her daughter, and the two of them even went house hunting together. On paper, this sounded like a step in the right direction. Then came the worst part of any house tour: the price. The cost of a house that they really liked was more than $1 million.
So it's listed right now at 1.295.
Yeah, should have saved up some of that Cameo money, you know? We could get a down payment. I don't know how long the TLC job's gonna last. Yeah, he's still unable to do it. Sold his entire life upriver and still is unable to do it. I think he just makes poor financial choices, really. It's not that hard to do correctly, but he wants to give it to like sugar babies and feel like he's somebody. Like, buy decent clothes and a decent car and save most of your money and put it somewhere, and it'll probably be fine for the most part. But he doesn't do any of that. He's like, I have this, I should turn it into, I don't know, experiences. I guess that's what a lot of people buy now, but I don't, because I want something physical. Like, I don't know, maybe other people feel like me. I do feel like I want something physical. Is it real if I went there and didn't get... I have this fucking little, like... I call it a puka shell, but it's not. It's like this leopard spotty shell. It's got like a face painted on it. It's so dumb. But it was only like 50 pesos or something. So I was like, yeah, totally. Totally I want that on my desk. Because we were in the place, so why not? And then I remember I got it from the place. But it doesn't say the name of the place on it. People are going to throw it away when they find it later on, after I'm dead. Whatever. Fucking who cares? Yeah. I like that I live a more satisfied life than Big Ed. He needs the 1.25 million home to feel, you know, like he's done it correctly. And it has to be in the San Diego place. You could probably go find it in fucking, I don't know, the Midwest, but who wants to go watch Big Ed in the Midwest? I would, actually. He'd be a silly cowboy. Put him in the cowboy outfit. That's my favorite one.
But it's in a really great area, too.
Oh, no! Afternoon family time? All right, definitely do that, Bears. Like I said, husband, father, I don't know if you're all that. But it is an important role to play. So, yeah. Have a good one, dude.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Even with his Cameo money rolling in, there is no universe where this man was expecting that number. You could see the reality check hit in real time, and suddenly they were in a very uncomfortable position. Liz suggested something entirely reasonable. Maybe they leave San Diego, find somewhere more affordable, and start fresh. Again, shocking everyone, Ed agreed and was very supportive of the idea. At this point, all signs were pointing towards him almost behaving like a functioning adult. Unfortunately, that streak would end pretty fast, because he managed to blow it all up. Liz still wasn't working full-time, and if they were seriously considering buying a house, any additional income would obviously help. Of course, Big Ed threw a massive fit, because he didn't want his fiancée working until 1 AM, for reasons that only deeply insecure people understand.
I'm not going to understand that. I don't want you
There-
working till 1 a.m. I'm sorry, I don't. And I'm never going to be okay with that.
It's a restaurant. I can't just work days.
Keep in mind, Liz is a restaurant manager, a position that requires long hours and an unconventional work schedule. But Big Ed set it as a boundary he doesn't want crossed.
Well, thank you for listening and understanding. And no job is more important than us.
Why is it
What
so
is even
dumb?
more infuriating is that he wrapped it up with a
Why you wanna
classic
choke him? He's
manipulative
so
line,
dumb.
no job is worth more than us, as if he isn't the single biggest obstacle preventing her from doing her job like a normal adult.
Just real, you can't even choke him. God, that's terrifying. He's got a superpower. It's kind of a shitty superpower like mine, where I can go to sleep anywhere. He just has no neck. Put your shitty superpower in the chat. If you have one. I hope you do. Everybody deserves one.
For absolutely
it's
no
really
good
shitty.
reason. The manipulation has been there since day one and it never lets up. Now, don't get angry just yet, because it gets much worse. Sometime later, Liz had a meeting with her boss, who offered her the opportunity to become a part owner of the restaurant. This was understandably a huge deal.
And you proved yourself. I mean, you worked hard to get to this point.
All we need is a small investment from you, and you are pot owner. Congratulations. We're trying to buy a house. I don't know what you talk about. Or you just do that. I guess you do that because you're like, okay, now we've got this angle. The TLC people will come into our restaurant and pay $30 for a steak. That's probably a low-end steak too. Real nice-ass steakhouse? My goodness. You reach the triple digits, especially probably these days. I saw somebody pulling out 3 ribeye for $9.99. I'm like, I'm glad people in the Philippines butcher their own beef, boy. Tell you that. It's somewhat uncommon. The cuts, they don't really have cuts. You just sort of say, give me that part, and they do it. But yeah, it's not a clean cut, really. It is what it is. Enjoy what you get. What was I talking about? Who cares? Here we go.
That's why I'm offering you to be a part owner of Encontro.
What he looks like in a choker, dude. It's
Oh my
terrible.
gosh.
Before we go any further, I should mention that a lot of people believe this offer was completely fake, possibly staged to promote the restaurant. For instance, the owner conveniently mentioned Big Ed by name on camera, and given how little Liz was working at the time, this whole thing does feel suspicious. That said, let's assume for a moment that it was real, because it plays a major role in what happens next. A promotion like that would obviously mean longer hours and more responsibility.
Okay, here's the closest I could find in a pinch. But it's almost a choker. It's Big Ed in a necklace. I love a good necklace, but yeah, your neck game's gotta be on point. He's got no neck game whatsoever. It's really sad. Oh my god. Okay, here we go.
So naturally, there was only one person in this story who was guaranteed to have a problem with this. When Liz broke the news to Ed, it went exactly as you'd expect. First, he got irritated because the promotion meant they might not need to move out of San Diego after all. That was just the opening act. The real issue, of course, was that she'd be working more hours.
You came to me.
I know what I did.
You're like, I want to move.
know
So then
what I
in my
said.
mind, I'm like, okay. And then I come here tonight and you're like, oh, by the way, they want to make me a partner, which it sounds like we're not moving. So it's like, okay, one day she's like, we're moving. And the next day, oh no, I got offered a partnership. So yeah, it does feel sort of like she is choosing her career over us. I think it's very selfish. I don't want you working 80 hours a week. That's what a partner does. I want a wife.
He tried to spin it as Liz choosing her career over their relationship, which is beyond ridiculous.
He doesn't seem to understand that time works in a linear fashion and sometimes issues crop up that change the course that you're on. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking basic. Anybody who has lived in real life has experienced things like this before, but he wants to try and like hold the the fact that she changed her mind over her head. Like, if it came out of nowhere, okay, maybe. You'd be like, you're crazy, bird. But no, it's obvious why she wants to stay now. And, yeah. He just wants to get out so he can own his home at 60. It's never gonna... You take out a 30-year mortgage when you're 60? Bro, you're what? Not gonna go well. That's all I'm saying. Her face is pure misery. I know. She always looks like she wants to cry now. It's very sad. Why does every meat guy have that fucking goatee? Guy Fieri. I'm pretty sure he spawned all the meat guys. Anyway.
This was, allegedly, a massive opportunity for her, and any rational person would dedicate more time to their job under those circumstances.
Allegedly.
Instead of supporting her, he once again treated it like a personal attack. He keeps inventing reasons for this relationship to fail, then acts shocked when everything falls apart.
He loves
From what
it.
I understand, Liz ultimately would accept the offer, but whether the promotion was real or not, and how her role continued at the restaurant afterward is still pretty unclear. The two of them would still get some airtime for the remainder of the season, but it was exactly as depressing as you'd expect. We had gems like Big Ed admitting he wasn't actually ready to get married after 2 engagement parties. Also, at one point, they briefly broke up, during which Big Ed told Liz she had less than a week to move out. Even after such gentleman behavior, she still took him.
The kid lives with him, right? You kicking people out like less... I give you 1 week to take your child and depart. Ed the drama vampire. I think that's real. It's so fucking real. Okay, let's see more.
Back, so let's skip this bullshit and focus on what actually matters, the reunion episode. Somehow, against all odds, it managed to be more entertaining than the entire season. The amount of skeletons dragged out of the closet was nothing short of astonishing. Things that had only been hinted at before were now laid bare, and suddenly the messy picture we'd been piecing together became disturbingly clear. If the season itself was a slow, miserable grind, the reunion was the payoff.
I just wanted to confirm that Liz will not be accompanying me to Boston.
First things first, these two were still living separately after the already mentioned breakup, despite being, you know, fucking engaged. The reunion immediately zeroed in on the fact that he kicked his future wife out of the house, fully aware that she had nowhere else to go. Unsurprisingly, almost everyone on stage came at him with gloves off.
So Liz, did Ed kick you out?
He wants to say no.
I did not kick her out.
He told me this
for
isn't
3
working.
months.
And at one point, he actually had.
That's just depressing. Do I have to finish it out? Maybe I do. Like 20 minutes, goodness. And it's just a train wreck. How does it end? I didn't get the taco salad. I
Had his friend help pack all my stuff to move out.
Not taco salad, taco pasta.
So yes, I was kicked out twice.
I want to show you guys my shell though. It's neat. Okay? You see it? Like the creature that I bought for 50 pesos. It's fun. It's nice. I like it. It's a very blind old lady that spilled glue all down the front of it, and I gave her 50 pesos for it. And, like, yeah. I love my shell creature. He sits on my desk, and when I die, he'll go in the trash, like I said. And, fun. Can we skip fucking all this, though? I hate when they do this drama thing. Oh no, I gotta storm off the set. Like fucking Maury Povich for the new generation. I wanna see Breaking Point. We're gonna skip that.
General is stressful, but moving halfway across the country together into a new house.
A vampire who can't be bitten. You could never bite him. He's the ultimate vampire. Yeah, imagine if he was Van Helsing, you know? He'd be so good, dude.
It's gonna be,
that's funny.
challenging.
Brian said he was the least the least threatening vampire ever. And it really worked because he had like the long hair and shit like that. Now he's a vampire hunter. He's turned on his people.
In every way.
It
He's
is
like
beyond
Blade,
belief to watch what is
but with
actually
a fused
happening
vertebrae.
here. If you were ever wondering why people started accusing Liz of clout chasing, this is exactly where those accusations come from. Other than chasing relevance, what possible explanation is there for her to still be participating in this charade? At the same time, it's just as hard to understand why Big Ed keeps trying to revive this relationship. All things considered, he clearly isn't ready to commit to anyone, let alone marry Liz. From my personal note, it was genuinely difficult to write a script that properly explains how The Last Resort fits into the broader saga. That's because the show itself was never a real therapy. It wasn't designed to heal anyone. It was just more reality TV bullshit we saw a million times wrapped in prettier packaging. This series pretended to be about growth, but in actuality it rewarded the loudest, most toxic behavior with even more screen time. Also, let's not pretend that everyone there had only minor flaws, because a lot of the cast was straight up unbearable. Angela in particular was by far one of the most irritating, brain-rotting personalities I have ever seen on television.
Look who's here. That lion's...
Oh my... Oh, what? Oh my god. It's like a parody. She looks... I'm glad she's brave enough to do her thing. That's what I'm saying.
Son of a bitch. This ain't gonna be good. Yara, shut up. You have no...
I know your business idea, Brian. I totally could have the same idea, but also, they track it heavily. You'd have to lie about what's in your packages, I guess. Which I could do. I wouldn't feel bad about that.
No, you don't know what I do.
Sit down and respect
Why don't you
us.
sit me
You
down,
are
bitch?
unrespectful.
Sit me down.
Sit down.
The therapy sessions themselves were shallow at best and nonsensical at worst. They lacked structure or any real depth. Couples who clearly should not have been together under any circumstances were instead forced to work things out on camera, which only amplified the dysfunction and humiliation. Nothing was being resolved, everything was being exploited. As for Big Ed, he was exactly who he's always been. He continued his long-standing pattern of control and gaslighting, which only led to more fights with Liz. At one point, he was so petty that he even cheated during one of the exercises for couples, an activity meant to demonstrate trust and coordination just so that he could win.
Down. There you go.
Good, Molly, good.
Right. Stop. Slow down. Right. That. I think he can see.
The irony, of course, was that he missed the entire point of the said exercise, which feels like a perfect metaphor for his entire presence on this show. Unsurprisingly, other couples eventually turned against him, and that says a lot, considering the room was already packed with dysfunctional people. In a nutshell, this is the...
Where do they find them? I guess when you have, like, access to basically all the humans... Send me audition tapes of yourselves, humans. We might make you famous. And then people do it, and you're like, let's just pick the lowest hanging fruit and print some fucking money. Okay. How many seasons and shit have we been through now? Years and years. He's floated along. It's kind of insane. But whatever. I guess if it works, fucking... Who am I to say? But here I am watching it too. Is that I'm not above the crowd. That's the truth.
Last resort in its bare, shameless form, so there is no need to dwell on this subject anymore.
Yeah.
So fast forward to the final episode, after
good.
even more meltdowns and fights, Big Ed and Liz still chose to stay together.
You take really good care of Riley, and I see the love that you have for her. You connect to her in ways that somehow I don't seem to connect to her.
In a completely hollow commitment ceremony designed by the showrunners, they decided to move forward, somehow still clinging to the idea of marriage. As you can see, after everything we had watched, everything that had happened, it was right back to square one. This brings us to what could be best described as the last piece of the puzzle, the final real appearance of these two clowns on TLC reality TV in the form of yet another season of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. At the start of this season, the wedding...
Another again? Do we have to? Oh! They really did it. They went all out. Fuck it, why not one more? You know, we could fit you guys in. Don't you wanna? Just wait till you watch Love After Lockup. Oh my god. We can totally do shows like this, right? I could cut it into an episode or something. I don't know how coherent the things that I say are is the problem. I need someone to sharpen my words. Taco pasta! Where is it? Give me some!
The date was only 2 months away, and both of them were talking like this time it was really going to happen. They had also moved into a larger house in Big Ed's hometown in Arkansas, which was a big decision, especially for Liz, considering her daughter Riley was now living with them for that summer. On paper, this was them trying to play house for real, building a family, planning a wedding, jungling finances, and pretending they were finally on stable ground. But if there is one constant in this entire story, is that pressure never creates positive environment, it creates cracks. And sure enough, those cracks started forming almost immediately. For example, Ed began nitpicking Liz and Riley over something as trivial as making a breakfast and leaving a mess, turning it into a petty argument.
You guys are making a mess.
Baby, you need to just chill. We just put the flour.
I know, but you guys are so messy.
Baby, it's just a little bit right here.
Just move.
Have you not seen yourself cook pasta? It's a little bit of flour.
I don't make this big of a mess.
Watching a grown man bicker with his fiance.
What is... They're making pasta? Are they gonna make taco pasta right now? Is that what we're watching? The unfolding?
Over a spilled flour while her kid sits there absorbing every second of it was deeply concerning. Unfortunately, things got even more uncomfortable when Liz went shopping for a wedding dress with her mother and grandmother. Both women again voiced their concerns about the upcoming marriage, and unlike casual skepticism from friends, this came from people who clearly loved Liz and were genuinely worried. So you could say she took those words pretty hard. Those grievances were about to take a far more direct and explosive turn during the upcoming 4th of July celebration where both families were invited. Among the guests was Big Ed's mother, who surprisingly seemed...
How ironic. The 4th of July, a day celebrating liberty, and yet you're strapping yourself to this fucking human boulder, deciding to roll him uphill for all eternity. Good God.
Willing to finally bury the hatchet. Tiffany, on the other hand, remained hostile, which isn't shocking when you consider that her dad was still preparing to marry someone younger than she is. Back to the point, during the party, Liz's mom and Big Ed sat down for a private conversation to address the unresolved issues still hanging over the situation like a stormy cloud. It was painfully clear that the mother does not believe this relationship is healthy for her daughter. More specifically, she doesn't think this gremlin is good for her, though she delivered that message in the most polite, restrained, and diplomatic way possible.
Now, I may still be on the fence at the moment, but again, I know that there are two sides to every argument.
Somehow, despite all of these problems, she still gave Ed yet another chance, and just like clockwork, he proceeded to blow it up in the most spectacular way possible, pulling what is easily described as his biggest stunt yet, and the one that will finally send this already crumbling relationship into oblivion. After the 4th of July party, Big Ed and Liz got into yet another argument during dinner because Ed told her daughter to stop being a baby after she complained that her food was too spicy. The very next day, and I'm not exaggerating here.
I mean, yeah, probably believe your kids if they say it's too spicy. They don't want to eat it, clearly. Maybe we can lighten it up. Little milk. I don't know. One of my kids really likes spicy. Actually, 2 of them. And then the middle one he doesn't. He hates it forever. But yeah, I'm interested that the 4-year-old likes spicy things. He just wants milk after.
Big Ed cancelled the wedding entirely. No discussion, no warning. He didn't even tell Liz herself.
Later, after the fight, I go to bed. I wake up, and he's gone. Then yesterday, I received a text message from our officiant telling me how sorry he was that the wedding was called off.
She found out when the wedding organizer messaged her about the cancellation. To make things even worse, he didn't even bother to explain anything afterward because he was completely radio silent. This radio silence lasted for days and Liz was left completely confused, especially since this fight didn't even register on the scale of conflicts they had already survived. Compared to their past problems, this was nothing, which makes his reaction beyond extreme. Big Ed eventually showed up on camera and tried to justify himself, but his reasons were painfully obvious cop-outs.
The other night, Liz blew up at me in front of you, and then it just snowballed. I was just looking at you going, I wanted to tell you this is how she is. The fact that she blew up in front of you guys, it just really hurt my feelings.
It was crystal clear that he had never been sure about—
Oh, poor little baby boy, oh no. He really is just fucking, just wormy. You get 60 years old and you're still fucking wormy. Still can't even, like, open your eyes, have a real conversation with yourself, let alone anybody else. What is wrong with you? Truly. Canceled the wedding over taco pasta. Oh, is it coming? Did they say it? I hope they say it. That's a very important point to me, Chelsea. And,
this marriage in the first place and was now grabbing out of the flimsiest excuse imaginable to cancel it. At one point he—
Yeah, I gotta go out to Vegas with my sugar babies because there was taco pasta at the wedding, which is ridiculous. Why the fuck would we have taco pasta? Who made that choice? Fire them.
finally noticed what everyone else had seen from the beginning. These two are not meant to be together. Ending this was the obvious solution. The only problem is that this realization came a bit fucking late if you ask me. It's almost insane that this was the breaking point, considering everything they had already been through. Just why now? Why this moment in particular? And even if he had finally reached some sort of clarity, Liz was still owed an explanation. Especially after the absolutely disrespectful and frankly disgusting way he sidelined her, destroyed their wedding plans on his own and then ignored her for 3 whole days. Even after all of this, inside this man's completely fucked up and distorted mind, he still managed to frame himself as the victim.
I know if I continue down this path and marry her, Liz, I'm gonna be miserable for the rest of my life. And I don't want to be divorced. It would be a nightmare. It wouldn't be a good thing for her or for me. No. Especially for me.
To put a cherry on
the zoom in on the bite kind of killed me. Oh yeah, 4th of July, Independence Day. So I guess you could slant it that way too. It's like, oh, you should be independent. It's a sign from the entire universe that you need to run from this person right now. He did eventually, I guess. Producers be like, oh god, we can't actually have him get married because the whole thing's scripted. Quick, make spicy pasta. It was a paella. He hates paella. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe it's Moroccan. Can I watch? I need a way to cut these in better, you know?
April. Dr. Jones, I presume? Just whipping up a feast?
Hi, Mark. I'm really sorry. Angus isn't going to his conference tonight, after all. Is it okay if we both come to the dinner party?
No way! No problemo, amigo. Hasta la vista.
Spanish? Has the stress turned me entirely Spanish?
I promise we're house-trained. We'll fit right along in with your other guests.
Of course. They won't mind. They're very relaxed. The other guests. One more person at the dinner party. No big deal.
Thanks so much, and sorry for the short notice. See you in 30.
Adios.
Ugh, utterly fucked and unaccountably Spanish.
Can you smell, like, smoke?
No.
No? Maybe I'm not feeling very well.
Perhaps you guys should...
Hi there. I know you've probably got plans tonight, but I insist you all stay for a delicious feast.
That might not be so convenient.
Well, that's as it may be, but I'm afraid I insist. Joe, Megan, it is going to be amazing. You must stay. Wonderful.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm sorry, but I need backup. Angus is coming. April's husband.
You didn't mention the husband, you dark, filthy, dirty horse.
Yes, well, she's got a husband, and in 30 minutes, he'll want some dinner. I need to bulk out. Lettuce.
Bulky lettuce.
They'll bring wine, but we need booze. Where's the rum? Get the rum, make a cocktail.
What cocktail?
Any fucking thing. Rum and water, rum and milk, chop some parsley into it. They're all basically horrible. It's action stations. Fuck! How quickly can you get to Mr. Patel's and back?
Mr. Patel's? Austerity cornflakes and Latvian feta? Look, here we go. Beans. Everyone likes beans.
I can't serve baked beans.
Beans are pasta sauce.
Beans are not pasta sauce.
They're tomato-y.
Ketchup is tomato-y. That's not a pasta sauce.
It is when I make pasta. What the hell are you doing?
I'm picking the beans out.
With your disgusting human fingers?
Mashed. I can mash them. Right, we're getting somewhere. Cooking's all about confidence. I'm just going to mix it all together. I need to go Nigella. I'm going to be the hairy biker.
That's not Nigella. That's not even Ainsley, mate.
How about some lovely filling lettuce?
What are you doing?
I'm improvising.
Good. It's like, whose pasta is it anyway, yeah?
How old are these?
I don't know. They're always good. Eggs, aren't they? Till they hatch.
Are they? Yeah.
You know what? Maybe it's fine. Is it Moroccan?
Maybe it is Moroccan.
Yeah, Morocco. Anything goes in Morocco.
Right, okay. I like it that way. They can't prove otherwise. Fuck them.
Exactly. That's the dinner party spirit. Fuck them all. Listen, Mark, the pasta will be fine. It'll all be fine.
Do you think?
Absolutely. Although
Yeah, it's Moroccan.
Top of this entire situation, Ed would eventually text Liz to meet him at a bar in an hour.
You haven't spoke to me in 3 days. I don't know what...
spoke to me in 3 days, and I've been home. All of a sudden, you just text me
Liz, Saturday night, you blew up in front of my sister and my family.
Right now, we're trying to just, this conversation
No.
needs to happen, but right
As if
Have you
ghosting
not
someone
watched
for
Peep
days
Show,
and
Hearts
cancelling
Anime?
their wedding behind their
Please
back
do.
isn't already
It's a
unhinged
treat.
enough, he expected her to drop everything and show up on a short notice in a bar of all places to hash things out. Liz
bring your
quite
daughter to the
reasonably
bar,
called him to ask
'cause I
whether he
demanded
sustained
it.
some kind of brain damage during his absence, because no sane person would suggest something so retarded. As you might expect, she didn't show up at that meeting, which made this human bowling ball upset. At some point, they did finally manage to see each other eye to eye, and if you were expecting some kind of massive blowout or dramatic explosion, I hate to disappoint, but that's not what happened. There was nothing said there that hasn't already been said a dozen times before.
I want you to know that
But we had to film it one more time for posterity.
I think I've been kind
Don't
of
forget
just
about
looking
that
for
part.
an excuse.
To call off the wedding?
Yeah, taco pasta.
Big Ed admitted that he
Fucking-
wasn't really
It is
sure about the
unhinged.
marriage and had essentially
Fire
been
that
waiting for an
person.
excuse to back out, while Liz rightfully
Taco
reprimanded him for the
pasta.
way he handled the entire situation. There were plenty of
fucking
tears,
piss me
a lot
off.
of emotional exhaustion, and a lot of empty words. After such a long, draining, and frankly exhausting chapter, this was finally it. During a camera interview, Big Ed
Nope. That was finally it. You said so. Is there anything else that I should know about? It's probably whatever. It's whatever. He does things on the internet still. Surprise, surprise. Everybody wants to be, oh no. She had cancer? Aw, Liz, come on. Thought you cut Ed out of your life and that was the cancer that was really growing on you, huh? Wish I could do like frame swap and make him laugh. You know, that's always fun to do in the editing bay. I don't know if you guys know, but that's how we do. His tank top side boob is hot. Oh yeah, you into that? I'm thinking of getting a tattoo of a tribal sunburst on my side boob. I've said taco pasta was only mentioned minimally. I'm happy Morimoto and Green Gore came through and fucking splashed some cash on the stream. I think I want to do more 90 Day Fiance things. Like among the body cams and other things. I don't know. It just feels minimally interactive, and that's about what I'm up for Sunday Funday streams. At least a lot of times. You guys don't want to see me get sweaty in fucking Street Fighter. I don't think I can even talk while I do it. I will suck ass if I try to talk during Street Fighter. It's very high, what's that? High mental stack type of game. I don't think I could stream it. But maybe something else. Maybe some other day. We did that Huntsman game from Camille, and that was pretty fun, actually. But yeah, it has to be sort of a game like that, where the mechanics aren't too deep, where we can actually make some progress. Although I don't think I made all that much progress. And damn, Green Gore coming through again. As we're winding down, I appreciate you, dude. For real. What? Do you like me? Why? Yeah, it's cool, man. With him built like a tumor, I wouldn't be surprised if he would be considered the cancer tumor in her life. Yeah, that's why I thought it was all sorted. I thought he snipped him right out. Fucking good at, what's that? Clean as pie. I don't think that's a word. Pie's not a very clean food. It's a terrible metaphor. I think my brain's falling apart. But we made it to the end of the thing, basically. I mean, some sad shit happened in the end. Nobody really got their comeuppance. And that's often how it happens in life, unfortunately. That's why I like resorting to the neckbeard stories. You know, is it real? Is it not? Who cares? It's a fun ride to take. And often more satisfying than the real life thing, which is, it's generally just sad. You know? TikTok predators and even the people who he's sort of a predator in his own right. He just does it within the bounds of the law in his predatory way. Fucking crazy, man. It's yeah, it's a tragedy what people have become. Maybe we should go back to tilling fields and raising livestock, because this is clearly a waste of our mental capacities, isn't it? Clean as taco pasta. Yeah, boy. I'm gonna eat me some taco pasta too. Sit on down. Don't need a fork and spoon. Clean as you please. Let's take a bite of that. Feel the salsa dripping down your chest. Goodness gracious. It's hot. Stings my nipples. Shouldn't have said it out loud. Fuck. Green Gore got me though. You gotta bring it big. When yeah. You're getting brought big. I'm trying to push back. $20, one for each nipple. I'm gonna get some. I'm not gonna get tassels. You gotta pay more if you. No, don't do that either. We're gonna end the stream shortly. British? Who's British? Who's been British? Once again, the Govinses. Do I have them open? Yeah, they're here. They're just completely silent, bearing witness to the thing. That's fine. That's fine. You boys just take a break. Well deserved, you know? I'll stand up here and do the thing. That's my job after all, why not? What Uncle Ted said. What, the nipple tassels? I got $100 for Uncle Ted, okay? Show me how you swing them. See, this is why I don't stream longer than 3 hours, because it starts to get loopy. Like right before it goes into crash mode. So yeah, we're gonna get out before crash mode comes. But for real, guys, fucking killer stream. I really like the 90 days stuff. I don't know, I'm thinking Cult next weekend. If you watch this video even after the fact, please comment it down below. And then I can, I don't know, make a note of it. Keep a tally if there's that many. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out, for real. Longer than usual stream. Well fucking deserved. Me and mine will be happy. Wife will say how much. I'll say, hey, Green Gore came on through. Holy shit, what's that mean? 50 memberships? Fucking throwing down a hundo? Like, yeah. You're for real. You're for real, and I appreciate you. Lots of real people, of course. Fucking everybody who stopped by. You ain't gotta throw nothing in the hat. I just want you to know, that you are loved, you are worthy. I'll be back here to entertain you as soon as humanly possible. You definitely deserve it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves until then. And until the next one, my friends,